Alongside Grant Knoll, I'm Rick Watson. Welcome back to Bill Brown Stadium. Now moments away before the opening kick tonight between Blacksburg and Cave Spring. Two 4-1 clubs. You can throw out that record now, though. Everybody starts 0-0. It's time for River Ridge District play here tonight in Blacksburg. The Bruins come charging out, draped in all royal blue tonight. Gold numbers, the royal blue helmets. It's homecoming. They wanted to dress up for the part. It's, again, a big crowd on hand expecting, well, hopefully a dual homecoming with the victories here this weekend. Tonight in Blacksburg and tomorrow afternoon for Virginia Tech, playing host to Syracuse. Mr. Knoll, you know all about those homecoming games.
Big game tomorrow. Big game. Conference game, homecoming game. Gonna see the best competition I think Tech has seen so far this year. Next to A&M, of course, but I really don't count the A&M games because it's hard to see kind of what you got and the kind of conditions the game was in, you know. But
you got an empty one?
Be a big one here this weekend.
And when you look at what Texas Tech did to Texas A&M as well, putting up 59 points last weekend too. Blacksburg's going to receive the kick, as we mentioned, from left to right. They'll be traveling. K-Spring's going to tee it up at the 40, countering from right to left. Stephen Fralin is the man who will be kicking it off for the Knights. They're wearing the road white jerseys, black pants, black helmets with black numerals trimmed in red.
Now this opening kickoff is really big here because this is where a team can set the tone. You know, this is where you can get your first big stick of the game and kind of see who's out to hit tonight and who isn't.
And the toe is through the football, and we are underway. It's taken by Byron Hurdle, far sideline, 20, 25, 30, gets a block, and he's going to be brought down at the 33-yard line. Nice open field tackle across the way by Alex Rolfe, but a decent return of 22 yards for Hurdle. So here comes the first possession tonight, Grant. Blacksburg offense led by David House from the 33.
Good field position, got the ball at the 34 here. They've been having pretty good returns all year, haven't they?
They do a good job, yes
they
do.
They average about 30 yards a return, and you know, that's putting your offense in a good situation, not having their backs to the wall.
Cave Spring runs a 40-base defense. Sometimes they'll go into a 3-3 look, though, Coach Chris said. Two receivers to the left, one to the near side. That's Sam Wheeler. The sole setback is Shane Bennett behind Dave Howe. It's going to be an option play to the right. Howe keeps it, spins away, has it first down across the 43 to the 45. He got 12 yards. Looked like he was going to be bottled up at the 40, Grant. He pulled ahead for about 5 more yards as finally Brian Thompson made the stop.
It's a nice run there. He turned nothing into a run there. He broke a tackle, looked like, and got north and south and was able to pick up a nice game.
And that's what House does best. He runs the football. He's the running quarterback, Coach Chris will tell you. You have a young man by the name of Daniel Smith, number 14, who stands right beside Coach Chris the whole game, and he's more of the passer, but they've accepted each role very well. Same formation, Reynolds and Owen out to the left, Wheeler to the near side, Bennett the sole setback. Ball direct in the middle of the field for first down and 10 from the Blacksburg 45. Howe takes 2 steps, throws out to the far flat. It's caught by Owen, breaks the tackle, far sideline. He's got 13 more down to the Cave 43 before he's finally dragged out of bounds across the way by Andrew Sellers.
That's what we like to call a little bubble screen right there out to the slot, man. And key for that to work is the far wide out, getting the block coming down and buying some time for that slot after he catches the ball.
That is the 8th catch of the season for Shane Owen. So Dave Howe threw a lot of short passes to start the game last Friday down at Northside, doing the same again tonight. And all of a sudden, 2 plays, Blacksburg's taking it all the way down to the Knights 43. First minute of action tonight from Bill Brown Stadium. Now no one split to the left, 2 receivers to the near side, Reynolds and Owen. Now an I formation, Wise in at tailback. Option to the near side, play action. House going to get away from the covers. He's going to turn it up at the 40, 35, and he's going to be knocked down after he gets another first down all the way to the 32, and he had a receiver out in the flat. He had options either way.
He did. Shane Owen ran a corner out there and beat this guy fairly well, but I think he decided to tuck it and run and be safe, and you know, picked up a first down. There's nothing wrong with that.
You had to like those, huh, Virginia Tech? When you got out of the pocket like that, yeah. You could either run it or throw it. You do. Your eyes must get huge like at dinner time.
See all that green grass out in front of you. It's hard to decide.
They spotted at the 33, so officially an 11-yard pickup for Howe. Again, out of the eye, they will work. 11:02 to go. 2 receivers to the left, Reynolds and Owen. Option to the near side, and this time House going to be wrapped up. A great play by Mark Turner. The tackle on the left side. He's a senior, weighs 205 pounds. No gain. As a matter of fact, they're going to lose a yard on first down, 2nd and 11.
Well, they were running the option there, and the pitch key came, and he should have pitched it there. I think it came a little quicker than what he expected, though.
This Cave Spring team is very well coached. They tackle very well. That's something Coach Chris pointed out. They don't miss a lot of tackles. And that was a great play there by Turner, the end here on the left side. Moved over from tackle. Last 2 weeks has been playing end and paying dividends for Coach Fout's club.
These corners on Cave Spring look fairly short, and you got a guy the size of Wheeler. I think that you got to go for a mismatch here sometime.
He's not in the game right now,
No,
and I believe we're going to have a delay. That play felt like it was taking too long, and out of the shotgun, Blacksburg was going to work. This is going to take the football back to the 40, so all of a sudden a good drive's been halted by a great defensive play and then a delay of game. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 16 back at the 40. 10-12 to go. Same play call, I'm sure, coming up for Coach Chris. Reynolds out to the left. That's the wide side of the field.
It looks like they didn't try. They didn't change anything up.
Didn't change anything.
They're going to run what they had going.
Owen to the near side. Shotgun for Howe, flanked by Turley and Wise. It's a low snap. Howe's going to catch it, turn it up, and he slipped down. He tried to cut back reverse field, and he's going to be down at the 38-yard line. He's covered up again, this time by Turner. 3rd down and 14 coming up for the Bruins.
I think 2nd long there, you got to run something that you know you're going to get yourself into maybe a 3rd medium and not get in the situation they're in now where they're 3rd and long and 40-yard line.
Well, now you're at a field goal range, too, for Tyler Corbin. He's got a strong leg. He's been injured as well.
If they decide to throw here, if nothing's there, don't force anything. It's all right to punt the ball and get a punt here and back, put them down, inside the 15, 10-yard line.
Wheeler's back out there, line up to the right.
Oh.
Alf pumps left, goes right. Wheeler's out there at the 5. He can't make the catch. And if he would have dove for that, he may have had it. Didn't really give much of an effort to catch it at the 2. It was a well-thrown football by Half. He led him perfectly as Sam had gotten behind the cornerback over there, Brian Thompson, but it's going to be 4th down.
Good throw, just barely off the fingertips there.
That's one again as Sam dives. I think he has it, or at least kind of spreads out a little bit. But in any event, he's going to stay out on the field now and punt it back to the Knights, and he's going to try to pin him deep. As back to receive the kick for Cave Spring is Bo Austin.
It's a good read there by Hal from the last play.
It really was. Checked left and then threw right, and here's the kick by Sam. It's high end over end. It's going to bounce at the 5 and take a lateral bounce. Very advantageous for Blacksburg. They stop it at the 1.
There you
Matt
go.
Drumheller gets down the field, and Sam's not really known for his finesse on his punts, but that time he got a great bounce.
Great punt. Now they're inside the 1. They got their backs to the wall, and this would be nice to have the defense get a touchdown for you here. Turnover inside the 10.
And that's something they've thrived on, getting teams pinned back deep. It's going to be a challenge for the sophomore quarterback, Kenny Horan, for Cave Spring. He'll bring him out. Going to split a receiver to the near side. I believe that's going to be Sam Cole. Out to the right will be Bo Austin. They'll work out of the I formation. Limmer, your fullback. Jeremiah Overstreet, the tailback. Austin goes in motion to the left. They're going to hand it off to Overstreet. He's cut down in the backfield. Joe Turley got back there. Nobody picked him up. Maybe a yard on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 9 for about the 1.5. Blacksburg team, again, the defensive speed has been unparalleled this year. Something Coach Fouts talked about, how quickly and really how forcefully his team dressed in all blue tonight gets to the football. It's their calling card. Coach Phipps does a great job with his defense. Man to the near side is going to be Clay Kinder. Out to the right will be, I believe, that is Brian Thompson. 2 tight ends. Out of the I they will work. Going to hand it off to Overstreet. And again, he's going to be cut down after a 2-yard pickup. Matt Woods, the end on the left side, came up to bring him down. So it's going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 7 for Cave Spring, working out of their own end zone.
I think what you need to do here, if you got a running back that can run fairly well, run a little bootleg, run a waggle, get him outside. If you got a guy open, give it to him. If not, tuck it and try to get your offense out of this hole. Get the punter some breathing room if you can't get that 1st down.
4 minutes into the opening quarter, 7:52 to be exact, no score in the game. Receiver each side of the field. Let's see what Coach Fouts and Kenny Horan, the young quarterback, comes up with. Ball's directly in the middle of the field for 3rd down and 8. I formation, going to hand it off again to Overstreet. He's going to break a tackle and carry ahead to about the 6. That gives the punter a little bit of room. Gain of 3 on the play. Bakari in on the stop for Blacksburg along with Shane Bennett. So Blacksburg's going to have good field position here, Grant.
They are. They stuffed them right there. They're not getting much up the middle in this defense tonight, I don't think.
And now punting out of his own end zone. And I was watching this kid. He was booting about 60-yard kicks during the warm-ups. And guess what? It's Mark Turner, isn't it? I believe that's Turner. Nope, it's Tyler Goldsmith who will do the kicking. He stands on his, about a yard away from his end line. See if Blacksburg comes after it. They've blocked 4 kicks this season. It's a high snap. He gets it out of there. Frederick came in on it, but he gets it away. Bennett's got a chance at the 42, and his knee slipped down. He wanted to catch it and make a cut to the right where the wall was setting up, but he slipped down on the turf, and you don't have to be touched, of course, in high school football. So good field position, though, 42-yard field.
Good field position. I don't think he had much of a return there set up anywhere. It looked like a couple guys were coming onto him pretty quick. I think they went for some sort of block there. It looked like they didn't have much return set up.
Rick Watson, Grant Knoll with you inside the press box at Bill Brown Stadium. Thanks for listening on WFNR. Don't forget you can watch the replay of this game coming up Monday night at 7, Wednesday at 3 on WTOB, Channel 2. Here's Half out of the eye, toss it near side to Wise. He bobbled it. He got a late start. Look at that cut. He's at the 40, and he got something out of nothing. He got about 6 yards on first down. He could have been tackled for a loss. He's finally dragging to the turf was Justin Balzer.
It's a good run. He couldn't get outside. He made a cut and got north and south, like I was saying before, and he got some positive yardage.
Anthony Wise is so quick. He really kind of broke onto the scene against Giles in that opener. He had 2 long touchdown runs, one called back, or he would have had the hat trick.
He showed some agility there.
Never was able to do that. That's why I was always along the line of linebacker.
Yeah.
You know? Never had that quickness. You did,
Not
though.
many of us do.
Will Matthews in, split out to the near side, Owen out to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Out of the eye they work. It's Wise, tries to cut back again, but that's a great play up front by the Knights. No gain, we'll say. 2 men there. Getting off the bottom of the pile, though, is Stephen Fralin, linebacker on the right side. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
May have lost about a yard there, I believe.
Very impressive play. They've had a couple of those where they've streaked across and one-on-one. And we mentioned they're sure tacklers. They showed it again.
This defense is quick. I mean, they're
are.
not very big, but they're quick.
Reynolds and Owen to the left. 2 receivers. Out of the eye again, Turley and Wise. Half under center. Takes the snap. Going to roll out to the left. Looking to throw a run. He throws it. Stands in the pocket. And it's tipped. Kind of floated a little bit on Half and getting over to Sam Cole. So once again, it's going to be a 4th down situation for Blacksburg. And I think once again we're going to see them try to punt it and try to pin back the Knights.
Good coverage there. He really didn't have either one of those guys out there. He had a deep outcut there and a corner behind it, and both guys were covered fairly well.
Sam magnificently pinned back the Knights the first time at the 1-yard line. Let's see if he can do it again.
Their defense seems to be shifting around a little bit too. They're getting up in the line, backing off. I don't know if that's a concern for Blacksburg.
Sam kicks that one straight up in the air. Let's see what kind of bounce he gets. About the 20, goes sideways and will be touched at the 18. So a very short kick. Not what Blacksburg had in mind. K-Spring's going to have better field position. Their second possession, 1st down from their 18. 5:16 to go. Still no score between the Bruins and the Knights. Slow start for the Blacksburg offense.
Yeah. They had a quick start there. Now they kind of faded off a little bit. They had some good momentum there when they first started off.
K-Spring has withstood the tide. Homecoming, that home team gets the ball first. Their defense did a nice job. I formation. Receiver goes in motion from the right to the left. First pass of the game for Horan, near side. It's caught. Nice play, though, by Byron Hurdle. Not much on the gain, maybe 2 yards, as it was Horan finding Sam Cole here on the left side. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
It's a good open field tackle. The guy caught the ball and made sure he didn't get any more after he caught it.
Cole's a sophomore. It's a sophomore throwing to a sophomore. So the future's bright for K-Spring if these kids keep developing, these skill position players. Overstreet, their star tailback's a senior, but everybody else is going to be back.
And they're running a no-huddle offense here. It looks like all the players, even the linemen, have a wristband on, and they get the call in, and everyone looks down the wristband and gets a play, and they line up and run it.
2nd and 8 from the 21. I formation, play action. Here goes Horan rolling out to his right. He's got a man out there. He overthrew it. Was it picked by Owen? I think he got it at the 27, Grant. Yep. Bad break for Horan because wide open in the flat was Matt Curry, and what a nice adjustment by Owen.
The receiver initially slipped and fell down out there, but the young quarterback really had no reason throwing that ball, and defender made a great, actually really good catch, catching that, dove out and grabbed it.
So now the Blacksburg defense is giving this offense terrific field position, 26-yard line. 1st down as the crowd responds to the great play by Owen. He's really sprawled out across the way.
Blacksburg really needs to take advantage of this turnover right here and get some kind of points off of it.
I formation, quick snap, option play to the left. Half keeps it, but he won't get anything. He's stacked up. Stephen Fralin there to hit him first. No gain, 2nd down and 10. And nice resistance so far by this very underrated K-Spring defense.
They're quick. They're getting to the ball. That's one thing. I mean, like I said, they're not really big up front. Blacksburg really outsizes them fairly by a big margin, and they're being able to get in their gaps defensively, and they're making some plays. They're stretching the field is what they're doing, forcing them to cut it up inside.
They held down that high-powered Bird offense last week. It was a 12-6 final. Again. Loss of a yard on that play, 2nd and 11. Here's the fullback, Bennett. He's got a nice seam. Across the 20 to about the 18-yard line. It's going to be coming up, we'll call it 3rd down and 4 yards. Nice run by Bennett, straight up the middle as he was dragged down on the play finally by Brandon King.
Little quick hit and dive there. Got him 8 yards, 3rd and short.
3rd and short, 3 coming up for Blacksburg, 3:20 to go. Glad to have you tuned in for Homecoming 2003. Crowd's kind of gotten out of the game a little bit. They started out loud.
A little flat.
A little flat right now. I formation, 2-down territory now, though, for Blacksburg inside the 20. Reynolds to the near side, sole receiver. Option to the near side. This is going to be Half. He's going to be close to the 1st down. It's going to depend upon the spot. He needed the 16. He was thrown back there by number 8, Clay Kinder, so we'll see where they put him. Not real sure where they're going to spot this football. He may be about half a yard shy. They're looking over, and I believe they're going to call for a measurement. Yep. It's going to be 4th and short or 1st down and 10 from the 16 and a half. 2:59 to go here from Blacksburg. First quarter, no score between the Bruins and the Knights.
Cave Spring seems to be playing this triple option fairly well. I mean, Blacksburg has not been able to really execute it as well as they've been all year.
And it is a 1st down by the nose of the football. Blacksburg moves the sticks. Similar position on the field last week. We saw David Howe find Sam Wheeler with that little touch pass in the corner, 6'4" against 5'11". I don't see Sam on the field, though.
Little fade. You can't go wrong with a fade.
And Howe throws those well.
When you have a 6'3" receiver over top of a 5'8", 5'9" corner.
Here on the near side, it's Will Matthews. Again, out of the eye. Looks like Blacksburg's going to try to play some power football. 2 tight ends. Half takes the snap. It's going to be Wise over right tackle. He can't get going. Nobody picked up. Was that Turner again? Nope. It's going to be Fralin making about his 5th tackle this opening quarter. Stephen Fralin. He's a sophomore. He weighs 200 pounds. And it's going to lose about 3 yards to the 19. Nobody picked him up, Grant.
No, he blitzed right through the gap there. And like I said, Cave Spring is doing a good job of hitting these gaps. They got a nice little defensive scheme going here. I like it.
2nd down and 13 from the 19. Owen to the left. That's the wide side. Near side is Reynolds. Blacksburg's tried nearly everything. Nothing's going now after those first 2 plays. Half takes the snap. The fullback Bennett will get 2 of those yards back. It's going to be 3rd down and long as tackle was made by Matt Davis.
So they're running a triple option, and he's reading that defensive end. If the defensive end comes down onto the fullback, he should pull it and go run the option. If the defensive end doesn't bite down on the fullback fake, give it to him. That time he bit down on the fake, and he still gave it to him, so he didn't get much out of it.
Trips to the left. Again, that's the wide side. Wheeler in the slot. You have Owen and Reynolds. Here we go. Half will probably roll that way. Bennett's the sole setback. Nope, 3-step drop. He's looking across the middle. Open, and the ball is poorly thrown. Owen who had it. They had 2 receivers near the same spot. I think Owen would have had a touchdown if the ball would have been in front of him. Instead, it's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Underthrow him a little bit, but I'll tell you, that was a lot of traffic. He was trying to get that ball in there, too.
So now, here comes the field goal unit, and is it Joe Turley? Yep, Tyler Corbett again hurt his leg before last week's game, did not kick, and now Turley is going to be brought in. Ball's going to be down, at 23, so we're looking at a 33-yard attempt for Turley.
It's going to be a tough shot here. I mean, it's
near hash, too. That's a tough angle. Out of the hole to Daniel Smith. Trying to get the first point. Snap is down. Kick is up. It's high enough, but I think it's going to fade and go no good. Wide to the left. Well, Turley again substituting for Corbin. Nice effort, but a little bit short.
It's when you get a turnover like that down inside, the 30-yard line, you need to capitalize on it somehow. That really takes the momentum out of the opponent, and they weren't able to do it there.
That's a huge victory for the Cavs. Right. So Cave Springs defense, they've been challenged. They've been overlooked by this Blacksburg defense, but they've matched it up tonight. I formation, receiver will go in motion out to the right. Bo Austin. Moran brings him set. Longer snap count this time. It's a toss to Overstreet. He may have some room. Yes, he does. He cuts it back across the 20. Dives ahead to the 24-yard line. He's got 5 yards on first down. Or check that 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6. As coming over to make the stop was Byron Hurdle.
It's good blocking out there that time by the wide receiver. Kept his man pinned outside, and the tailback was able to cut up inside and get a few yards on that.
Spotted officially at the 23. Overstreet just getting started, and nearly 700 yards coming into this game running the football. Again, receiver goes in motion. That'll be 2 receivers on the near side. They're going to hand it off to Overstreet. He's got a hole across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. It's going to leave him 2 yards shy of the first down. He gets 4 more as Allen Price knocked him down. 29 seconds to go. It's 3rd and short coming up for the Knights.
It's not a bad gain, setting up a 3rd and very short here.
I think Cave Spring has won this first quarter. They haven't had the field position. Blacksburg's had 2 opportunities inside their own territory, inside the Cave Spring 50, but yet nothing's happened. I formation for 3rd and 2. We're going to hand it off this time to fullback, and he's going to plow ahead. And I think Limmer's got his first down. Had to get across the 30. Yep, he needed 2. He got 3. So that'll be the final snap of our opening quarter. No score between Blacksburg and Cave Spring. We'll take a break. We'll come back for second quarter action after this. You're in tune to Blacksburg Bruins football here on WFNR.
When it comes to babies, appearances can be deceiving. Look at this brainwave. Very active. And this one, not doing much. You make the difference by reading, singing, and talking from birth. Studies prove it. An early start. Now that's smart.
There is really only one boy, one girl, one tree, one forest, one ocean, one mountain, one sky, and one simple way to care for it all. Please visit earthshare.org and learn how the world's leading environmental groups are working together under one name, EarthShare. One environment, one simple way to care for it.
Deep one, second punt short. Now Blacksburg has allowed Cave Springs initial first down. So momentum to the visitors right now.
Yeah, it is. They've just been scrambling for a little bit of breathing room on offense. You know, they're yet to cross the 35-yard, their own 35, and you know, they've kind of just been playing with their backs to the wall here the whole first quarter.
And I'm a little surprised at the lack of emotion, it seems. I might be incorrect, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of gumption on the near sideline here on homecoming.
No, it doesn't. A lot of walking around.
Kids have their heads down.
Hands crossed.
Yeah. Not good body language.
Somebody needs to fire someone up.
I would think. 2 receivers to the left. They're going to work out the I formation. Receiver will go in motion. Moran takes the snap. Play action. Nice rollout. He's got some room. He's got a man wide open at the 20. He didn't see him because coming in on him hard that time for Blacksburg was Jared Walters, and there's a flag down trailing the play. Did you see open out here with Sam Cole? I mean, he was wide open.
Little waggle there. They pulled the guard out to lead blocker for the quarterback there, and tell you, Shane Bennett came up and made a
big play.
Nice stick on the guy.
That's a hold. You take the loss on the sack, I would think, and nullify the holding penalty. Let's see. Yep, I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to lose all the way back to the 25, so they're going to lose 7 yards. So, yeah, except the down there. Yeah. And if Bennett's not there, along with Walters, that's a big completion, I think. It was wide open with Sam Cole. He was waving his arms madly in the air.
If Bennett wouldn't have been there, there would have been a lot of running room, too.
Second down, 17 for Cave Spring. Receiver to the near side is Austin. Cole out to the left. Let's see if he goes in motion. They've been sending him in motion all night. Now they're going to send the fullback out. In the slot, single setback is going to be Overstreet. Moran, long snap count. 3-step drop, looking near side. He throws, and open is Austin as he makes the connection at the 38-yard line. That's a good throw and catch Gain of 13 yards for Cave Spring.
Ran a slant there. The quarterback took a 3-step drop, and he put the ball on the money. Nice throw. And
that's
catch.
a tough ball to complete, isn't it, like that?
Yeah, it is. I mean, he threw it in a it was a quick slant. You're throwing the ball in a window, and you're counting on the receiver getting there, and worked out on both ways, quarterback and the wide receiver.
Third down, short 3 to pick up for Cave Spring. Very impressive play on 2nd and long. I formation, twins to the right, receiver out to the left. It's going to be over straight, nothing doing. And that's not what you want to do on 3rd and short against Blacksburg. As Neil Bakari put him down wearing number 77. Loss of 3. It's going to be 4th down in a punting situation.
It was a big-time play on 3rd down.
Well, maybe that'll get them fired up a little bit.
Yeah, well, especially after having a long completion like that come out and get a little momentum back.
10.5 minutes to go, still no score in the game. Defenses have dominated. Bennett will retreat to his 28-yard line. And we'll see Goldsmith. He was booming 60-yarders in the warm-up. Very impressive. There's the snap. No pressure this time, and it's a low-line drive that's going to sail over the head of Bennett. He got all of that one.
Good
Bounces
punt.
at the 14.
Oh, good play.
Bennett broke one tackle, trying to reverse field. Going to get about a 7-yard return to the 21. Who was that down there? You're right, for Cave Spring, I believe. Once again, it was Alex Roth. Yes,
Looked like he went down. His knee went down. Evidently, he didn't.
You can say he got his arm down, was able to carry ahead, but that was a great play by Roth.
Slowed him up at least. Gave a couple of his teammates a little time to get down there and finish him up.
And that kick ended up being about 53 yards. That was a perfect kick, a low-line drive that wasn't going to go out of bounds, and he kept it away from the
That was a good
returner.
kick.
And now Daniel Smith checks in at quarterback for Blacksburg. The passer, if you will, in this offense. 6 feet, 148 pounds, just a junior. Receiver to each side of the field. Wise, your tailback, takes the handoff, and he won't get a thing. Again, he waited, hesitated too long, and you can tell the speed of this Cave Spring defense is equal to the task.
Didn't really hit that hole. It looked like the hole was cut back there to the left here, and he hesitated a little bit, and like you said, they swarmed on him.
9:45 to go. Blacksburg, Cave Spring, no score. Then you got kids with their helmets off here on the sideline, and just a strange beginning to this game emotionally, I think, for Blacksburg. Matthews to the right, Owen to the near side. That's the wide side of the field. To the near left, I formation again, Turley and Wise. 40 base defense again by Cave Spring. Here's a toss to Wise. Can he get the corner? He does. Here he goes, 30, 35, 40. Plows over the defender and takes it out to the 49-yard line. He's going to get 28 yards on 2nd down and 10.
Well, he's fired up. I hope it does something to his teammates. I think that's what they needed right there.
Best play of the night by far for Blacksburg in this offense. And I like that, too. You have a fast runner. Instead of just trying to cut back and miss the defender, just run right over and get 5 extra yards.
Trucked him, lowered his shoulder, and, that's what he looks like. He's a physical back, and, cornerback hates to have to come up and tackle, wrap up a guy that's going to run him over. Those cornerbacks like to have a guy try to run around them.
I formation. It's the fullback Turley. Nice safe play. Keep him honest. He's going to carry across midfield, take it to the 49. He's got 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming as Wade Schneider brought him down for the Cave Spring Knights. We're under 9 minutes and still no score. Again, you can see the replay of this game coming up on WTOB Channel 2, Monday night at 7. It's a good way to get ready for Monday Night Football. Watch the replay of the game and then go right into the Monday night game, and then Wednesday at 3 o'clock. You get to see your TV debut, man.
Yeah, it'd be good.
They don't put us on camera, though.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's really. Receiver to each side of the field. Here's a toss to the right. It's going to be Wise. He's going to reverse field, try to leapfrog a defender, and he can't do it. 2-yard pickup.
The fullback's doing a really good job. The fullback responsibility in a toss sweep is he's supposed to kick what we call 4 out. 4 being the strong safety or whoever's out there got sweep responsibility. And the last 2 plays when we had that big run a couple plays ago, he done a really good job of kicking that guy out, and tailback was able to cut it up inside. It's just it's how it's designed, and it's worked out really well for him the last 2 times.
Receiver to each side of the field. Again, out of the I formation. Big 3rd down. They need full 5. Move the sticks. Cave Spring shows blitz. Here they come. Smith stands tall in the pocket, but his pass is well short. Blacksburg could not account for all those extra white jerseys. Incomplete, and another punting situation for the Bruins.
Looks like they ran about a little 10-yard out there, and it just ball wasn't put where it needed to be.
Austin will retreat for Cave Spring. Sam Wheeler. Now this is where he likes to kick it. He gets a shot off that leg. He has a very strong leg. He'll go back to the 41-yard line. The Virginia Tech commit awaits the snap of the football. Cave Springs coming after it. Sam gets it out of there. It's a beautiful high spiral. Austin's going to go back and no fair catch. And pay for it. Going to be tackled all the way back to the 12. He caught that to 15 and lost 3 yards. So good coverage by Blacksburg.
Really good coverage. Got down there, like you said, they went for the block. It looked like, and didn't have that good of a chance to set up a return, and got down there and kept them from getting any type of yardage. No
score in the game. Cave Springs offense been pinned deep most of this opening half. Blacksburg's defense has done the job. But again, credit Cave Spring on defense. Coach Fouts said that's been what's carried them through their 4-1 start. Sophomore quarterback Kenny Horan under center. Receiver goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to that receiver, and it's going to be the fullback who lined up in the slot, Matt Curry, and he's going to carry across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. Again, it's going to be Bennett in there on the stop, so a gain of 4 on first down.
Little trap play there.
Like that, he goes in motion, just kind of slows down, the quarterback hands it to him.
Fakes the quarterback fakes like he's going to fake the sweep, the toss sweep, but then he hands it off underneath to the fullback cutting back.
Cave Spring comes out. They've shown some no huddle tonight. And you made that point, Grant, about their wristbands. Everybody's got one, huh?
Yeah, everyone.
Interesting.
That's pretty neat how you get a high school to a high school team. You know, these kids are in high school and to operate something like that. It's pretty neat to watch.
There's a toss out to the left, trying to get Overstreet outside. He's going to cut it back nicely and go down at the 19, but got a flag down. Near sideline. That's going to negate a 3-yard pickup. More than likely. See what the call officially is against Cave Spring. Turley back out there for the Bruins. 6:29 to go. No score. Rapidly paced opening half between Blacksburg and Cave Spring. Knights used to spread the field a lot. Put 4 and 5 receivers in their set, but that's been the change this year for Coach Fouts.
If you can spread the offense a little bit, especially in high school, then you can minimize how many people the defense can put in the box, and you can get a couple good hits running the ball with that. You know, it's you get 6 men in the box, at least 7. You know, kind of better than having 8, 9 hanging around there.
Procedure against Cave Spring is going to march the football back, going to make this nearly a full second down and about 12 yards. What kind of offense did you play in high school?
The coach that I was with originally ran the wing tee, but once I got there, kind of the pro eye flanker, ran a little bit of slot, and we had a tailback and a fullback, and we got 4 wideouts every now and then.
2nd and 12 now for Cave Spring from the 16-yard line after the penalty. Draw play, and Blacksburg was all over it. That was Curry again, and he barely received the football before he hit the turf. There was all sorts of folks back there. Bakari, Turley, Hurdle. 3, 4. Matt Woods as well, blue jerseys. It's going to be 3rd down and about 15.
Cave Spring's done a couple dropbacks tonight, but not quite enough, I think, to really sell a draw like that, and didn't fool Blacksburg at all.
Now this is a tough play for Coach Fouts. Ball's on the far left hash mark. 3rd down and we'll call it 15 yards.
You want to be safe here. You don't want to do anything to turn the ball over down in this part of the field.
Well, here they go spreading it for the first time. Look at that, 2 receivers to each side. They split the tight end out to the left, the fullback out to the right. Confusion in the backfield, a fumble.
Yeah.
Blacksburg was on it. Did they get it? Yes, they do. The Bruins have it inside the 5-yard line. Shane Bennett was back there to get the football. Golden opportunity now. 1st and goal at the 4.
Wasn't a smooth quarterback-run back exchange there, and fumbled the ball in the worst part of the field.
So the break this offense needed. 5:24 to go.
Blacksburg really needs to capitalize on this one. They need to score, especially before halftime.
By Cave Springs. I'll tell you what, we'll step out as well. 5:24 to go. Golden opportunity for Blacksburg. We come back here on WFNR.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about him. It's so much fun, whether we're talking man to man.
You don't need to be bigger than life to be a good dad. You just need to spend time with your kids. It takes a man to be a dad.
hang out more often. You know, he wears these cheap suits, but they look good on him.
So she says, why lobster?
Polyp sighting at 16L.
You never know when a colon polyp is going to show up.
Aunt Ethel, you've been ducking me since '99 at St. Mary's. You
Get
owe
the
me a
polyp
pie.
early and stop colon cancer before it starts.
Do I look fat in this?
Don't wait for symptoms. Get the test. Get the polyp.
They love me. They want me here, don't you? Come on.
Get the cure.
These are my peeps.
First down and goal for Blacksburg at the 4-yard line after the Cave Spring fumble. Shane Bennett, the man who jumped on the football. They called one timeout. Looks like they're going to take another. This time, though, we'll keep it right here, Grant. 5:24 to go, and we're looking for our first points. As you said, this is something Blacksburg needs to jump on and maybe get it in this first play to get the momentum.
Yeah, especially before halftime. You got 5 minutes left.
Well, we talked about the emotions homecoming at the high school level. How about at the college level? Those folks that are tuned in, what are some of the Tech players thinking about tonight, or does it not come into play? It's
Really,
a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different. I mean, you're part of a college with 28,000. It's not like you're in a high school where you see everyone all the time. I think homecoming in college is more for the alumni, the fans come back, and fraternities, sororities, that type of stuff. Of course, I mean, you never want to lose a game to begin with. With homecoming, you always, like to win that one.
So Blacksburg comes back out, first down and goal. Cave Spring defense. 2 consecutive timeouts, try to figure out how they're going to scheme this. I'd be surprised, though, if we see anything other than the I formation and 2 tight ends. Here we go.
They just pounded in there, I think.
Now you have Wheeler in the backfield. 3 backs. You have Bennett, Wheeler.
Power I.
And also Anthony Wise. Now Bennett goes in motion to the left. Half back in at quarterback is going to hand off to Wise. They try to run it wide, and that wasn't a wise thing to do because he's going to lose a couple back to the 6-yard line. And once again, it's Mark Turner who's playing a magnificent game from that right end position.
He's getting across the line and making some plays. He's giving them some trouble over there.
So they tried to go wide, and Cave Spring was waiting on it. That's why those timeouts were effective.
I think I may want to stay away from him.
Now the ball directly in the middle of the field. Reynolds out to the right. Shane Owen to the near side. Second down and goal from the 6. Bennett and Wise in the I formation. They show blitz. Here they come. Option to the near side. Ball's on the turf. Cave Spring has it at the 8.
See, you got first and goal from the 6. You got a 6'3" guy on your team. You got to take one shot at him in the end zone.
You try 2 plays to the. Well, that hasn't really worked the entire game, and you lose a yard or a couple yards, then you lose the football the next play. And with that many bodies coming out there, white shirts were just in the backfield, and Wise, I think, looked up, saw that, Grant, never even looked at the football.
Yeah, that's tough down there, that part of the field. You're running the option. I mean, you're not banking on fumbling the ball. You don't want to go in with that attitude, but you just want to do something to get some points out of it, and they weren't able to do it there.
So Blacksburg denied again. Here's a handoff to Overstreet. Nothing doing. Going to lose a yard.
Good stick.
Bennett Turley there. Was a good hit, wasn't it?
Yeah. Form tackle, picked him up and planted him in the ground.
4:25 to go. Still no score. Ball on the 8 now. Lost a yard. Second down and 11. 0-0. Cave Spring and Blacksburg. Rick Watson, Grant Knoll with you from Bill Brown Stadium. At the half, we'll get a scoreboard update. We'll get all the numbers for you.
I tell you, Blacksburg, Cave Spring's been giving them every opportunity here in the first half. A couple turnovers and just haven't capitalized on it. And if you let a team hang around enough, it's going to be a long night. And you don't want that.
The lineup in the I formation after they shuffled some personnel around. Receiver out to the left. Second down and 11. It's the fullback Curry. He's got some room across the 10 to about the 13-yard line. He was brought down on the play by Josh Sales, so a gain of about 5. It's going to be third down and 6. That gives them a little room anyway.
Yeah, it does. It's a good thing the free safety was there because if we got past him, there wasn't anyone else. Could have been a lot bigger gain.
Curry looked like he had his head down the whole time. I wonder if he'd have known he'd have been free and clear because he was just looking down.
That's how fullbacks run, man. They're just waiting for someone to tackle them pretty much a lot of times.
Is that why they called Dougie East, was it Truck Face? Is that his nickname somebody said? Somebody called the show and said, what's his
it's
nickname?
Truck Face, but just because he looks like a truck. Not by the way he plays.
Ford or Chevy?
A Mack truck.
A Mack truck. I formation. Here's the tailback on a little counter. He's going to juke and jive out to about the 14. So he gets a yard. Again, Blacksburg holds. That hasn't been a problem on defense. It's just been the
defense
offense.
has been playing well. This offense has not been able to capitalize on anything. And
well, now another golden opportunity to get fine field position. I'm sure they'll come after this kick, by the way. They've blocked 4 of them this year. And you have your punter, who's done a great job, Goldsmith, standing, looks like about a yard deep. Nope, right on his goal line. So Bennett's back to 50.
Anytime you got a high school team near Frank Beamer, you're going to learn something about blocking kicks.
Here they come. And coming in is Hurdle, and he got there but didn't block it. It's another fine kick by Goldsmith.
Really
Bennett goes
kick.
back to the 45, 50, to the right to the 45, flag down 40, 35. Shane's going to run it all the way out to the 33. We're going to have a face mask on Cave Spring, but we're going to have an illegal block down here. We'll see if that's...
Is that a face mask?
Offsetting it. It looked like the Cave Spring kid grabbed him and threw him down because as soon as he did, they threw the flag.
Well, I hope they didn't call a block in the back because...
At least across the way.
The kid held up on the block in the back here. It looked like he was going to block in the back, but he held up, he held off.
And that's what they're talking about. There's a flag right here on the near side at the 48 and one across the way at the 35.
If they call a block in the back on the one that I think they did, it's a poor call.
2:09 to go. They're discussing what's going on and how this is going to be marked off. Let's see.
That was a good return.
It really was, and another good kick by Goldsmith. There's the block you were talking about. And there's the face mask. So, the face mask is on Blacksburg as well. Must have been a retaliatory thing then because I saw the Cave Spring kid grab Bennett's face mask. Shane must have grabbed it back in return. That's what they called. So 2 penalties against the return team. That's interesting. And that's going to push them way back beyond the 50-yard line, back in their own territory.
Stiff arm to the face and grab.
I tell you, the guy did a good job of holding off, and they still called it. I mean...
Guess once he threw the laundry on the field, if it's going to get dirty,
Yeah,
go ahead and make the call.
Yeah.
2:09 to go.
I think the official was kind of anticipating it, and it didn't happen.
Grant's also going to go down at halftime, talk with Coach Chris as they head off. Here we go. First down. The ball's all the way back to 38. They had it at the 34 after the return of Cave Spring. That's about a 30-yard penalty. That's the way that worked out. I formation. Ball's on the near hash mark. Half takes the snap. Ball's on the turf again, and they fumble for the second straight play. And now Cave Spring has it. It's recovered here by Tommy Burgess at the 37-yard line. They put that ball on the turf that particular play all season long.
Well, that's on the quarterback right there. He stuck it in the fullback for a fake and lost it. When the quarterback's doing that, it's your responsibility to put a firm grip on the ball and protect it and not get it knocked out.
2:04 to go, and now Cave Spring has their best field position of the night, courtesy of a Blacksburg fumble. Cole to the left, Austin to the near side. It's an offset eye with Curry and Overstreet. Now in motion will be Austin. You have 2 receivers out to the left. Moran takes the snap. And he's going to be brought down by Joe Shirley, who came on the delayed blitz at the 46. Wow, loss of about 9.
Quarterback rolled right into it there. Wasn't much he could do. It was a good play by Turley.
He's a bulldog. He'll come after you. He's only about 5'8", but
came off the edge hard there. Made a good play.
Loss of 7 officially at the 43. Cave Spring takes their time. Minute 35 to go. Receiver to each side yet again. Moran taking his time. Some confusion in terms of the call and defense. Byron Hurl's looking for somebody to help him out with the call. There we go. Now they're going to spread the field. They're going to put 2 receivers in the slot. Long snap count. 3-step drop. Moran over the middle. Cole had it and dropped it at the 30. You've been near first down right in front of Hurdle.
It's another slant again. The guy was wide open, perfectly thrown ball. Just went right through his hands.
Minute 13 to go. And now you're going to have 3rd down and about 17 coming up. And I'm impressed with Horan, a sophomore quarterback. And he is throwing the ball on a dime, isn't he?
He stuck a couple in there, showing some really good composure for being a young quarterback, sophomore. He's undersized, but he's a good player.
3 men to the near side. That's the short side of the field. Now going in motion is Sellers. Going to hand it off to Overstreet. Another middle. Turley there. Woods there. Gain of about a yard. So we're going to 4th down.
Joe Turley made a great play there. He came up and, his responsibility, filling the hole, taking on the lead blocker, and he took the lead blocker on and knocked the lead blocker back into the tailback and was able to make the play at the same time.
Grant's going to go on down and get a hold of Coach Christ, and we'll have that interview coming up at halftime. I'll give you a thumbs up. So here we go. Yeah, just go down. Yeah, just go down there on the field and rock and roll with it. 4th down coming up, 20 seconds to go, and now we have a delay of game on Cave Spring. Blacksburg did not stop the clock. Grant's going to go down and talk with Coach Christ, and we'll have those comments coming up momentarily. Of course, Grant filling in tonight for Ron Walton, who again could not be here. So we appreciate him helping us out. He's doing a good job on Big Dog Sports Talk. Heard every weekday from 3 to 6 on WFNR. Sorry, Durley, had to get in one of those. All right, here we go, 22 seconds, 4th down and 21. The defenses have dominated this game. Bennett's back deep at his 10-yard line. Low snap. Blacksburg comes after. They don't get it. Goldsmith again. Boots it high and deep. Bennett catches at the 10, will go down at the 15. And Blacksburg will probably just snap it once and get this first half in the books. Blacksburg has had some wonderful chances in this game, in this first half. They had it 1st and goal at the 4 after a Cave Spring turnover, but one play lost 2 yards, the next play lost them the football. Cave Spring did a great job stringing out the pitch plays. And now you're looking at a scoreless tie heading into the locker room, homecoming at 2003. Again, one snap, and I'm sure down here Coach Chris is going to play it safe, as they're going to bunch up the 2 backs in behind the quarterback, Dave Howell. And he does take a knee, and that's going to do it. No score between Blacksburg and Cave Spring as we head into the locker room.
Mrs. Abruzzo, I'm Ed McMahon, and we're signing up people for.
Yes,
I am. Yeah. Miss Murphy, Ed McMahon. We're starting up. No.
Dreams really do come true.
Dinero. No. McMahon, see.
Ed McMahon.
Yes, Ed McMahon. We're having our first ever.
McMahon.
Yes. Tuesday night at the high school. We're starting up the neighborhood watch in this area, and here's all the information.
Stevie, get down here, please.
No, it's just
5, 6, 7, 8.
No tango dinero. Neighborhood watch. We're having this neighborhood watch, the first one. Right.
Larry, put some pants on.
I'll come back.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Start a neighborhood watch. It's just one of the many ways you can help make America stronger. To find out how, call or log on for this free guide.
Security, I think, is not always a given, which may have been something that granted in the past.
To ultimately be the victor in the war against terrorism, we need all Americans to be engaged, down to the point where we ask mothers and fathers to think about doing some simple things at home to protect themselves and protect their children.
No terror that's even greater, not knowing if your children are safe, if your family's safe. Doesn't come worse than that.
People and your children understand that there is a plan.
Having these plans in place, it's just sort of common sense.
Establish like a communication plan, how to get in touch with each other.
You'll have a radio, you'll have a flashlight, you'll have batteries.
Make sure you have enough water and food.
You have your basic essentials that you would need in everyday life.
You will have done something to prepare. You were in control. You had a choice. We're asking America to be ready.
People will pull together, and people will make it through this.
Welcome back to Bill Brown Stadium. Halftime, homecoming 2003. The Blacksburg band out entertaining the folks here. Hey, good job there. Your first field interview, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look comfortable down there. Well, you could sense the frustration, Grant, from Coach Chris, just as we talked about. He even made a reference to the fact his team's playing without a lot of life and doesn't really understand it. He said, look, our defense might actually have to get it going for us on offense.
Yeah, you do. I mean, as a coach, you're frustrated because you come out, you coach these kids what to do, and you put them on the field, and You know, fumbles, there's nothing you can do to control that. I mean, and, it's definitely frustrating, especially when you have the ball 6-yard line going in and you can't punch it in. It's just very frustrating for your team, and you know, fumbles will kill you. I've learned that the hard way.
And after a week ago when Sam Leader was unstoppable in the passing game, nothing has been thrown his way, nothing designed that way.
No, I'm telling you, when you got a guy like that, his height, 6'2", 6'3", athletic kid, and you're at the 6-yard line, you got to take at least one shot at him. I mean, you got 4 downs to put it in, and one of them, you got to throw it. I mean, it's almost like it's a given.
Well, Grant and I'll come back in a little while. We'll go over all the first half numbers for you. Right?
Good job.
Look, it's a giraffe.
I don't see it.
The less art kids get, the more it shows. Are yours getting enough? Art. Ask for more. AmericansForTheArts.org.
Your neighbors helped save a life last night. Be a volunteer. You can help save a life. You provide the time, we'll provide the training. To learn more, call the Blacksburg Rescue Squad at 961-1189.
The best investment we can make is of time in the lives of children. Children who will become tomorrow's leaders. That's why 4-H is so important.
It's so rewarding to know that you're influencing or helping or developing other people.
Kids are the future, and if we can raise better human beings, then tomorrow's world will be better.
Discover the world together. Be a 4-H volunteer. To find out how, contact your local extension office.
Here it's been a tough game. No score between Blacksburg and Cave Spring, and the numbers really point those out. 5 first downs for the Berg, just 2 for Cave Spring. 75 yards on the ground for Blacksburg, 25 for Cave Spring. They're throwing the football. Total yardage 74-19, so the defense has been solid, as we knew they would be for Blacksburg. We give Cave Spring a lot of credit, holding this Blacksburg offense to just 74 yards.
I really don't see Cave Spring driving the field on them. I think if they're going to score, it's going to be off of turnover or anything like that. If they're given some field position, they haven't been able to move the ball that well, and Blacksburg just needs to offensively get their stuff together, regroup at halftime, come back out here and play ball like they've been playing the last 4 weeks.
Blacksburg 14 minutes and 2 seconds of possession. Cave Spring 9:58 individually for the Bruins. Anthony Wise 7 for 28. David House 7 carries for 21. That's your 2 top rushers, held to 49 yards combined. Shane Bennett 2 carries for 9 yards. Joe Turley 2 for 5. Total of 19 for 62, just a 3.3 average as a team. Blacksburg came in averaging 5.5 yards per carry. House 1 of 4 throwing for 12 yards. Smith 0 for 1. Shane Owen caught the only pass for Blacksburg. Matt Curry 4 carries for 10 yards for Cave Spring. Overstreet's been held in check. 9 carries just for 9 yards, their leading rusher. Horan, 3 official carries. He's been sacked a couple times, -17. He's 2 of 4 with 1 interception in this game for 17 yards. Bo Alston has a catch for 15. Sam Cole catch for 2 yards. But good impression. We'll talk about Cave Spring's offense. I agree with you totally. I don't think they're going to drive, but we saw the turnover, get the short field.
Yeah.
Don't know what kind of kicking game they might have, but very impressive. Horan, the young quarterback.
Yeah,
he throws the ball well.
He has. He's thrown 2 really nice slant patterns across the middle, and he's throwing to a hole, like I said before, and he's put the ball where it needed to be both times. The second time the guy dropped it, and the first time was a big gain. But I'm going to give Cave Spring's defense a little credit. Granted, Blacksburg has had 2 turnovers, or more than 2. I mean, 2 fumbles?
2 fumbles,
2
yeah,
fumbles.
back to back.
But on the other hand, Cave Spring defense has been playing fairly well too. I mean, they're not giving up much, like you said, rushing, holding them to 40-some yards rushing the first half.
Yep.
I don't know if Blacksburg really anticipated the scheme that is being thrown at them right now. Their quickness, stunts, you know, like the coach said, they're stunting a good bit, and they're moving around out there. The backers are walking up in the line, walking back, they're shifting a little bit, and they're mixing it up, it looks like, every play. And anytime you got a defense doing a lot of that, I mean, then you offensively, you spend more time figuring out what they're doing than doing what you need to be doing.
Well, I didn't want to overstep my bounds and assume the emotion wasn't there, but Coach Chris said it going in the locker room. We picked up on it early. For a homecoming game where you have a team out there for the seniors, it's your final homecoming, there's just no life in this Blacksburg team.
No, there isn't. And I think that's where a couple of these seniors and these senior leaders need to step up and get these guys going. I mean, you see Joe Turley out there, he's about the most momentum going guy I think they got. He's got the most momentum going right now, and the rest of the guys kind of need to follow his lead a little bit, and a couple of those other seniors need to step up and get those guys going.
Well, the Blacksburg band out, entertaining the crowd. I'll have the homecoming court and the king and queen announcement momentarily. We'll pass that along to you, but right now Grant and I are going to take a break. We'll come back, and we'll talk a little bit about college football heading into the weekend. When we come back here from Bill Brown Stadium, don't go away. Again, at halftime, no score between Blacksburg and Cave Spring. You're in tune to Bruins football here on WFNR.
You know, we sing for millions of girls, but helping out in schools, that's the real deal, baby. I know our love can multiply, 'cause you're the X and I'm the Y.
I'm the cute one, you know what I'm saying? So, have you ever been backstage before?
Okay, guys, this is an abacus, an old school calculator. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like the circle and the square, our geometry is a perfect pair.
Now, why should kids know about gravity?
Well, gravity holds them down.
I once was one, but now we're two. I'm spinning out of control.
Oh, God.
You know, we sing for millions of girls, but helping out in schools, that's the real deal, baby. I know our love can multiply, 'cause you're the X and I'm the Y.
I'm the cute one, you know what I'm saying? So, have you ever been backstage before?
Okay, guys, this is an abacus, an old school calculator. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like the circle and the square, our geometry is a perfect pair.
Now, why should kids know about gravity?
Well, gravity holds them down.
I once was one, but now we're two. I'm spinning out of control.
Oh, God.
Every week we return all our cans and bottles. Yeah, we help to reduce the world's waste.
Aluminum? It's like gold. Oh, yeah.
Environmental defense. Get Green. For more environmentally friendly tips, go to getgreen.com.
Oh, there's a bottle. Where? Right over there. To your left. To your left. There you go. You got it.
Okay, so how this is going to work is when I connect these wires, the chemical reaction to simulate the
Eruption.
eruption. Very good.
If you're not helping after-school programs, you're really helping to take them away. After-school programs, wouldn't you rather be helping?
All right, welcome back to Bill Brown Stadium. Rick Watson, Grant Knoll with you. No score here. Blacksburg and Cave Spring. Just got a call from Glenver. Eastmont undefeated. Been held in check. They're down 12-0. Glenver leads that game heading into halftime over Eastmont. Hoping that things can rally in the second half. Well, Grant, we have homecoming here tomorrow. Blacksburg homecoming. We talked about it, Virginia Tech and Syracuse, and we talked about it on Big Dog on Thursday. The Syracuse team, a lot of people say they're very one-dimensional, but that's not the case when you look at R.J. Anderson. He's a nice compliment to Walter Reyes.
Yeah, he is. He throws the ball really well. He he's always had a strong arm. You know, Kevin Rogers, I think, was up there when they recruited R.J. Anderson, and he's always talked that the guy's got tools to be a really good quarterback. They just haven't been able to put it together the last few years, but obviously doing a little better this year. Defensively, from what I've seen so far and what I've heard, they're not a big blitzing team like they have been. They're always known for bringing some free safeties on some blitzes, some corners, and things like that, making you have to throw hot. And evidently, they're not doing that much of that this year. Will they do it against us? I don't know. That's a whole other thing. Then you're going to put us man us up a little bit, and you saw what we were able to do with those guys last year.
It's safe to say when you look at this, you feel like, well, Tech's going to get the win. But if a couple things go Syracuse's way early, and they get some momentum, you could very much see Syracuse hanging on to this thing.
I mean, it's hard to just say it's a given win because you know they put up some points on us last year. Regardless, I mean, their defense wasn't that good last year, but I'm sure they're a little better than what they were last year. And of course, their offensive is clicking a little bit. But it's a noon game. The home crowd is definitely going to be a factor in this. You know, it's just it's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds.
There is a shot, and we talked about this on the show today. There is a shot if things fall in place on Sunday. Virginia Tech could be the #1 team in the country. If Texas were to beat Oklahoma, and Miami lose to Florida State, and Ohio State lose at Wisconsin, Tech take care of business. The Hokies could be #1 Sunday afternoon. Is that something you embrace this early in the season, or is that something you don't want any part of if you're a part of the team?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being #1, but you got to think with being #1, there's a lot of distractions that come along with it. This early in the season, it's really not going to do us any good or any bad. You know, whether we're #1 or not, it's at the end of the season, and that's kind of how we've always been taught to look at it and handle it, and that's kind of how Coach Beamer and his staff handles it as well. You know, we found out many times that being up there in the first 5-6 weeks of the season doesn't mean anything when bowl time comes around.
It's amazing to think about Tech actually being #1 for the first time in school.
Yeah, I mean there's no doubt that's a huge accomplishment and it's something good. I mean, but it's something that players, you know, we really don't think about it. That you can't think about that much. They don't, because just take care of what you can and what you can control, and you know, things are going to work out. They've got a really good team this year. Tech does. Their offense is playing tremendous. Defense, soft spots here and there so far, but I'm hoping once we get into these games, these conference games, some guys will, you know, it'll hit a few guys and play a little better than what they have been.
And although it would be nice to be #1, I don't think it's going to happen merely because I think you're going to have at least one, possibly two of the teams ahead of Tech win. I like Oklahoma a lot against Texas.
I like Oklahoma too. I mean, they've won that game majority over the past few years, and Bob Stoops has a great coaching staff out there, and Mac Brown's had a little trouble winning that big one the last couple years, so I'm not really banking on that one either.
And I like Florida State to knock off Miami.
Yeah.
I think without Gore and the way Florida State's playing, I think they want to go in there and make a statement.
I do too. Plus, it's in Tallahassee, and but Miami, you know, sad enough to say it, but they always find a way to get it done. And with Gore out, puts a heck of a lot more pressure on Brock Berlin and that offense. You know, he was their workhorse there, and he gave them another dimension on offense, and now that's taken away from you. So, you know, they got to do something to compensate for the loss.
Craig Kensler's been banged up. He's going to go, though, this weekend for Ohio State against Wisconsin.
That's going to be a good game.
That is going to be.
I think it's going to be a little better than what people expect. I don't think Ohio State personally is as good this year as what they were last year. They've won a couple games, but they've almost lost a couple too. Should have lost, and so that'll be interesting to see how that works out. That's in Wisconsin, right? Madison, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I like the Michigan-Minnesota game's a great matchup for the Little Brown Jug tonight, undefeated Minnesota.
Tonight. Yeah, that's something. That's something you don't hear of too much. Minnesota, atop the Big Ten. Good for them.
Yeah, and tonight's a huge day if they get by this one. This has been the game they've traditionally had trouble with, though, home or away.
Michigan,
they haven't been able to solve Michigan. And if they can do that, then they could be on their way to a Big Ten title. Who knows?
Yeah, anything can happen.
What a great Saturday this is.
Yeah, it's been a strange year so far, but yeah, there are some big games on. this Saturday. And I tell you, another sleeper that I like is LSU.
I do too. Coach Saban's got them playing.
They're playing really well. I mean, they're probably one of the best teams in the SEC right now. I'd say probably them and Georgia. And now Auburn, they decided to come to life, but they've still got a shot at the SEC championship. But anything past that's a little out of hand now. I think.
Mark Richt said after their game when LSU beat him, he said he thought that LSU was the best team in the country. He says, I haven't played Oklahoma. I haven't seen them a whole lot. I have seen Miami. I think LSU's better than any of them. He may be right.
Yeah, you got Matt Mock down there, and he's mature. He's an older guy, kind of like Winky was. Not quite as old as Winky, but he went through the same thing playing minor league baseball. And anytime you can get a guy that's been through a professional system like that, been through the ups and downs, trust me, there's a lot professional, getting into it. It's hard to get into, and it just makes you so much more mature. And when you got a quarterback that's been through all that, I mean, that's a true leader, and he's a lot older than a lot of the other guys, so the guys can look up to him. And so far, he's done a good job. He played fairly well against us last year when we played him here at Tech. He just victim of about 8 or 9 drop passes.
We're at the half here. Blacksburg homecoming. The king has just been announced. We'll have those names for you coming up. No score between Blacksburg and K-Spring. We'll take our final halftime break, and we'll come back. It'll be time for second half action between the Bruins and the Knights. You're in tune to Blacksburg football here on WFNR.
I hang out with a pretty trashy circle. The circle that helps this circle by recycling trash. We sort glass, plastic, separate cans, stack newspapers and magazines. Now, thanks to us, there are lots of products made from things we've already recycled. This cereal box wants your Sunday paper. These paper clips, in a more daring life, a 56 convertible. The circle works like this. It starts when we recycle trash at home and at work. It's completed when we buy products made from or packaged in recycled materials. How do you know the difference? Check the label for something called post-consumer recycled content. It looks like this. Make a mental note. Then buy the highest percentage of it you can find. You'll save a tree, you'll save energy, and in your own way, you'll help save the world. Complete the circle.
Call 1-800-2-RECYCLE for your free shopping guide. Environmental Defense, finding the ways that work.
Alongside Grant Knoll, I'm Rick Watson. Welcome back to Bill Brown Stadium. It's halftime. We're set to begin action here in the third quarter. I'll tell you that later. How's that?
They sending out invitations?
Well, yeah, I think you'll get one. By the way, the homecoming king, 2003, is Matt Wilson. The queen is Laura Johnson. Congratulations to Matt and Laura. That's a pretty big deal, huh?
Yeah,
They
it
went
is.
nuts.
Homecoming king and queen.
Must be popular folks because that's usually the case. But when they were announced, the crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
That they won the king and queen. So no score here.
That's the popularity contest
Yeah,
right there. That's
it
where
is.
the student body votes on all that.
Well, coming out of the locker room again, Blacksburg taking a long time in that locker room. And Coach Chris wasn't happy when he talked with you heading into the break. And I'm wondering now, boy, I'd like to have been a fly on the wall to hear what was said to his team.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much you just got to lay it to them. I mean, you got to do something to get up, motivate, and knock these silly turnovers off. And when you're given opportunities, take advantage of them. And that's something they have not been able to do tonight.
Don't forget, you can see the replay of this game and hear our broadcast from WFNR on WTOB Channel 2, Mondays at 7 o'clock, Wednesdays at 3 o'clock. We should have that on every day, Gurley. That's something we need to do. Can we work on that for the future? Okay, there we go. They do a good job, though. You've been watching. It's kind of cool. You can look over and see the TV monitor and call the plays. Sometimes you can't really see across the field from where we are.
No, it's good to have this here. It helps out a lot.
Well, we'll see how Blacksburg comes out. Again, if you remember K-Spring.
They're going to be kicking off,
too.
Yep,
they won the toss and they deferred, so their K-Spring offense is going to be on the field. And they've had some big returns this year. Coach Fouts has said they've had some nice returns in their kickoff game. So it's something Blacksburg has to be aware of. His house out there with Overstreet and talking some things over. The captain's getting ready for the second half.
I like watching kickoffs because that's usually in punt returns. That's usually when guys are getting peeled.
Did you ever play special
Your
teams?
ESPN highlights in college are usually you find some good ones on the special teams. And Tech has had some doozies lately.
Were you ever on special teams as a player?
No, not at Tech. I wasn't. No,
I
kicked in high school.
Did you kick in high school?
Yeah.
We should have had you go down before the game, show off that leg.
Yeah, that would have been pretty. I would have pulled something.
He's down. Doc, Man down. Well, here we go now. Don't forget tomorrow morning you can hear Grant joining myself, Scott Stevens, Randy Thompson, countdown to kickoff. You having fun, by the way?
Yeah, I'm having tons.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
You're going to feel like a rock star. I say, guess what I'm doing a game with you.
Yeah.
You did a press release on you. Did you see that?
Who did that?
The station did a press release on you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're doing the game.
I'm not paying anyone anything. I don't know why.
Blacksburg's going to kick it from right to left. Now, again, with Tyler Corbin out, we've seen an adjustment in the kicking game. We saw Turley, and now Will Matthews will kick it off. Same situation we saw last Friday down at Northside from the 40. Blacksburg traveling from right to left. Case Spring is going to counter from left to right. You're going to have Austin back deep, and he'll be standing on about his 12-yard line. Matthews does a good job of squibbing it away. Last week he kicked one high in the air that bounced at the 35. Nobody from Northside touched it, and Blacksburg grabbed it. They had the football there, so we'll see what they do here starting out quarter number 3 in a scoreless football game here from Bill Brown Stadium. So Matthews approaches the football, and we are underway in the second half. This is a very high, deep kick. Good job.
Kick.
Yes, it is. It's going to sail through the end zone. I got surprised. The Knights, 20-yard line coming up for Cave Spring. Coach Fountain brings his offense out with the sophomore quarterback, Kenny Horan, who, again, was very impressive in the first half with the way he threw the football.
Yeah, he was. He's a sophomore. He's running this offense, and just they haven't been able to get much yardage up and down the field. They've had their backs to the wall, been in a hole just about every time. They crossed the 50 once, but that was from a Blacksburg turnover.
Receiver each side of the field. Now they're going to split it up, twins to each side. Going to spread the field starting out the third quarter. First down, 3-step drop. Horan near side, throws it too far out of the reach of Alston. Good coverage on the play by Owen. It's going to be second down. Well, you know.
Yeah. Little 6-yard hitch right there.
6-yard hitch, and he threw it about, 3 yards?
Yeah, he misfired on it.
Well out of bounds.
You want to bring the guy back from the defender a little bit, but not quite that much.
Second down and 10. Ball's at the 20 again. We're going to have two receivers to the near side as they check those wristbands. Grant picked up on that early. His entire offense wears wristbands for formations, for plays, and so forth. Austin goes in motion. Play action. Horan trying to get out of a big hole, and he can't do it. Sam Wheeler gets him and throws him down at the 7-yard line. He's going to lose about 13 yards. You're going to spot it closer to the 10, but once Sam got a big hand on him, there was nothing for Horan to do there.
Couldn't get out of that one. That's a good play on by Sam Wheeler. Good way to start out the half here.
Push him back inside the 10. Try to create good field position for yourself. Defense hasn't been the problem here. It's been the offense. Again, lifeless, if you will, for Blacksburg. But again, you got to give credit to the opponent. Case Spring's defense has been equal to the challenge. Overstreet's in the backfield by himself. They do a lot of shifting once they get to the line of scrimmage. Now you're going to have an I formation, switch receivers. Blacksburg adjusts at the line. Flags are thrown, and going to be a handoff. I think that's Curry over the left side. He's going to plow ahead to about the 15, where he's brought down by Sales. Hurdle.
Tailback was moving in the backfield.
You know what? I might go ahead and take this, push him on back inside about the 5-yard line. Why not?
Yeah.
Even though it'd be fourth down, I think I'd take this penalty. You hold them at the 5, then they're punting from their own end zone again.
Bad snap. You never know.
You never know. Blacksburg declines the penalty, though. It's going to bring up a fourth down. So either way, you're getting the football. Ball's at the 10, so still pretty good field position coming up for Blacksburg. They just hang on to it this time. Their last two offensive plays in the opening 24 minutes were fumbles. So they hope that trend is going to be bucked here starting out the third quarter. 3 and out for Cave Spring. Bennett's going to retreat back to the 46-yard line. And this kid Goldsmith has a cannon for a leg. He stands on his 1. High snap. Here comes Blacksburg after it. Sales nearly got it. Pretty good kick. Bennett's got a chance at the 45. Waiting for the wall, and he's going to go down. He hesitated, and that was a nice play streaking through by Drew Nichols, and he throws Shane back to the 47.
It's a good play. Just not much of a return. I haven't seen much of a return set up all night.
He wanted to go forward to the right, then he stopped and tried to cut it back, but that's not what Shane's known for, is that lateral speed like that. Seems like anytime you run east-west, unless you're Barry Sanders, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you are. I mean, or Dante Hall.
That's true, too. Well, he's getting legal blocks in the back.
Yeah.
So. That's the new NFL rule. Anytime Dante Hall returns a kick, anything goes. Look at this. They're bringing 8 men along the line of scrimmage. Now they throw them back. A lot of movement for Cave Spring on each side of the football. Option to the near side. Half keeps it, tries to cut back. He does. 40, 35. There he goes. He's gone. They won't catch it. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Blacksburg Bruins.
Right.
No flags. With the first 7 points on the board for the Royal Blue and Gold. Officially 47 yards. And there's that speed we talked about.
Yeah, he got some good breakaway speed once he got through there. Wasn't no one catching him.
So finally, they break through against this Cave Spring defense.
Fun little triple option there again. He didn't give it. Decided to take it himself and got north and took it to the house.
Turley in to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Daniel Smith. That got the crowd going. One play and one snap in the second half, and already you have points on the board. And that was beautifully done by Half. He kept it, made a nice cut, and once he got by the linebackers, it was lights out.
Yep.
And that's what he does best, is just run down the middle of the field and create space.
Whatever adjustments they made the right one.
Turley in to attempt the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, it is high and true. 10:22 to go. 7-0. We finally have points tonight from Bill Brown Stadium. Grant and I back for the kick after this. You're in tune to Blacksburg football here on WFNR.
Who can turn the world on with a smile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the time, why don't you take it?
The best way out is by coming in. Going to family learning programs helps you and your family lead better lives. Call 1-877-FAMLET-1 because making it after all shouldn't just happen on TV.
Look, there's a moose. Where? Over there. Oh, yeah. Look, over there. I see a fish. A fish with 2 stripes.
Spend time with kids anytime, and it helps prevent crime. It's that easy.
Will Matthews going to kick it back to Cave Spring. It's a high kick. Flags are thrown. I believe Blacksburg may have been offside. Got to kick it again. 47-yard run by Howe.
I tell you, that was another good kick if he wouldn't have had that offsides. Kicked it away from the guy down near the corner of the end zone and went through again.
Well, you have to wonder now if you have a 7-0 lead now for the Cave Spring offense. Now, what do you think Coach Faust is telling his team?
I say, they've got to get something going now. I mean, there's 7 in the hole. They haven't been able to move the ball that well, and I mean, right now I think they've got to do something to get some momentum back, or maybe take a little momentum out of Blacksburg after they just had that scoring drive.
Cave Spring has to be a little demoralized as well as they played, defensively.
Yes, they can't, 7-0, 7 points, 1 touchdown. I mean, they have had trouble moving the ball, but he's telling his team now, I mean, this game's nowhere near over,
And Matthews going to tee it up again at the 35 this time after Blacksburg was offside. It's going to push up Austin to about the 10. Matthews does the kickoff as Corbin continues to rehab from that leg injury. One of the best kickers in the River Ridge district. And Turley handles the field goals and extra point. Turley missed a fairly long field goal, 33 yards in the first quarter. Matthews puts his toe through the kick. Austin has it at the 15-20, straight up the field, 25-30, got a seam, 35-40, cuts back, and he slipped down at the 44. He may have been gone.
If he wouldn't have slipped, whoa. I told you, it's not over yet. That could have been a quick 7. He hit that wedge pretty fast.
28-yard return, and he tried to cut back to the left, and there was nothing there. I mean, nothing but green grass.
I think one of his own teammates kind of got in his way there.
So a good starting point for K-Spring on offense, their second best starting point in the game. Remember, they had the Blacksburg fumble, couldn't do anything inside the 40 of the Berg. Now they've created nice field position at the 43 after the fine return. Ball in the middle of the field from left to right, I formation. Receiver to each side for Horan in this K-Spring offense. He fakes it up the middle. He's looking to go deep, one-on-one with Austin, and the ball is thrown about 5 yards over his head. They tried to isolate him one-on-one with Owen, but Owen is Blacksburg's best coverage corner. Incomplete. Second down.
Had him covered, did a nice job coverage there. Really good play fake, though.
Was.
On behalf of the K-Spring quarterback. But this is where Blacksburg defense, they really need to bear down and kind of put the lights out here.
They're very capable of doing that. That line of Price and Woods, Turley, Bakari. Getting it done. Second down and 10 out of the eye, they'll work again. Austin goes in motion. Again, play fake. Horan is going to throw it near side to Austin. No gain at the 43. Horan threw that from his 35. He was chased out of the pocket by Woods.
Did a nice job there, bought himself a little time, backed away from the pressure, and then got the ball out for completion. Just didn't get any gain on it. And it's good coverage by Blacksburg.
Good-looking young quarterback for Cave Spring. Coach Fouts has some young skill position players that are going to do him some good. I think the rest of this season they can use that to build on 2004.
Yeah.
Again, it's different for them. Hidden Valley came up last year, and that split that school apart, Cave Spring. So they've had to adjust from going to AAA to really a low level of enrollment for a AA school. Third down, though. Full 10 yards, I formation. Again, play fake over the middle. He throws, ball incomplete, high, intended for the tight end Sellers. Good coverage out there. That was Sales along with Bennett. It's going to be fourth down. The Blacksburg defense does the job again.
Quick little pop pass to the tight end there. He was covered by 2 or 3 people, I think. Went up, made a nice effort for the ball, but the Blacksburg did really good job defending it.
Bennett's going to retreat to about his 15 for the punt here by Goldsmith, and he's really been one of their stars of the game. This kid's a very good punter. See if Blacksburg comes after it from the 43. There's the snap. Nope, they're going to set up a return. And this is a low line drive by Goldsmith. Takes one big hop. Bennett's going to have it at the 20. Looking to get ahead across the 25. He's going to go down at about the 26-yard line. As again, it's Roth on special teams making the stop. So Blacksburg has it first down from about the 27, up 7-0, 9:04 to go in the third quarter. Rick Watson, Grant Knoll here with you.
Interesting to see how this defense here rebounds after having that score on them. And
Cave Spring comes out. One big play by the offensive line, created some room for Half. He made a nice cut, and it was off to the races and lights out. Because once he gets a step on you, you're not going to catch him. I formation from right to left, Half. Receiver to each side. Let's see if he tries to throw on first down. No, they're going to toss it to Wise, and he hasn't been able to do it all night long. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. 4 or 5 white jerseys there. He's finally put down by Phillip Johnson, the corner on the near side. And that play started at the 27. It's being marked back at the 22. A 5-yard loss on first down. Running wide's not been a very favorable thing tonight for Blacksburg.
Fullback missed his block there, and Cave Spring was able to cause some havoc in the backfield.
So now Wheeler's back out there. Bennett leaving will be Chappell. Ross Chappell in for the first time at fullback, and Anthony Wise. So a new backfield, although Sam's going to be split out to the right. Here's where you might see finally a one-on-one play to Wheeler. That's the wide side of the field. 2 receivers are...
They're favoring that side, too.
Yes,
I mean,
you
got 2 wide receivers down there, and they got 1 guy down there for both of them.
Instead, they hand it off to Bennett. He's going to try to cut outside. There he goes. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, far sideline, 40, 30, 25, 20. Shane's gone. He outran the entire Cave Spring defense. Wow. He turned on the Jets. He's going to go all the way 78 yards, and it's 13-0 Bruins.
A little misdirection there, wasn't it? Looked like it.
It really was. And who knew Shane had that kind of speed, huh? I mean, I knew he was fast, but he looked like House on that play.
Bounced it outside and got the corner. There's 2 quick ones.
I believe 77 yards officially. What a run there by Bennett. So 2 huge plays in the running game, and Blacksburg's in control, 13-0. And now Matthews, who's been doing a great job on the kicks. Going to try the PAT out of the hold of the backup quarterback, Daniel Smith. High snap, Daniel gets it down, but it's blocked. And you could just sense that was going to happen after the high snap. But it's 13-0. Blacksburg. House for 47, Bennett for 77. We'll come back for the kick after this. You're in tune to Blacksburg football here on WFNR.
Begin. You're mine. Chicken.
McGruff here. If a bully is bothering you, play it smart and try to talk it out. Or get away and tell an adult.
Well done.
For more tips, write for my new free comic activity book. Play it smart and help take a bite out of crime.
Can you pass the salt, Dad?
Salt is to pepper as gregarious is to...
Oh, no, not more SAT questions.
In ancient Rome, salt was a form of currency. True or false?
False?
True.
Son, can you locate sodium?
Or chloride?
There are tons of ways to help with your kids' learning. Find the really good ones on connectforkids.org.
You have 3.5 grams of salt and a 5-gram slug. What's the rate of shrivel?
Well, officially a 78-yard scamper by Shane Bennett. The drive 2 plays, 74 yards. As now Matthews kicks it back to the Knights, and this one's going to sail through the end zone. Great job there by Matthews to kick it away from the return man. So K-Spring has it at the 20. But my goodness gracious, you mentioned it. Whatever Coach Chris said to this team at halftime, it's a totally different atmosphere.
Can't let up now. Keep putting it to them. 14 points is, not that many, and they got 14 quick ones, and I'm sure they'd like to get a couple more. They're capable of it.
And I want you to break down that formation here in a second, because you mentioned it. They had 2 receivers to the near side, Wheeler out there, and then all of a sudden they just let Sam crunch back in, and all of a sudden Bennett had the corner, and he was just gone. As Horan brings the offense out for Cave Spring. 3-step drop, looking to throw it one-on-one across the middle. It's caught by Austin at the 30. Breaks the tackle, still going all the way down to the 34. He's got a first down and a gain of 14 yards.
Good throw. That's 3 times now they ran that little quick slant and hit it twice. Should have hit it 3. The one time was a drop ball, but
33-yard line they spot it. There's Horan again. Strong-arm young quarterback. They're going to go no huddle, something they did briefly in the first half. I formation. Austin's going to go in motion. From the 33, another 3-step drop. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's looking to throw it, looking for some help, and he's just going to toss it out of bounds. There's a smart play.
Good decision.
Yeah, by a young quarterback. Heavy pressure, didn't want to make a mistake.
Really good decision.
Second down and 10 from the 33.
Out of the pocket, nobody's open, throw it away.
And it's so tempting. You always want to make a play, don't you?
Yeah.
You're a quarterback. You roll out, you want to do something, but
you do. I mean, when you're getting out there on the run, things happen really quickly, and you got to make a split-second decision. And sometimes it's just better off to chuck it and go back and live to play another down.
Second down and 10 from the 33.
Looks like Joe Turley got banged up there. It's like he was on the bench talking to the training staff.
And if Joe's out of the game, he must be nicked up pretty good. He's a tough kid. Here's Overstreet. Hadn't heard much from him tonight. Blacksburg was keying on him. Bennett made the stop. Bakari covered him up. Gain of a yard to the 34. Third down and 9 forthcoming for this K-Spring offense. And they just haven't had any answers tonight against the Blacksburg defense.
I'll throw that slant again. Throw it till they stop.
That's the only play. You're right. Nice to see the Blacksburg offense stepping forward here in the third quarter. Coach Phipps does such a great job of this defense. They've had things under control. Going to have a spread field, 2 receivers to each side. Overstreet in the backfield for third down and a full 10. And Overstreet got out of the backfield, may have missed a block, and now they're going to call a late flag on Wheeler. I believe a face mask is Horan threw the ball away. It's either going to be that or intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding, I believe.
I didn't think Sam had the face mask.
No, he had his jersey.
So there we go. It is intentional grounding against Horan. That'll be the down plus the yardage. A huge penalty against Cave Spring.
I don't know. I haven't, playing college ball the last 4 or 5 years, I've been pretty occupied on Friday nights, and I haven't had a chance to see a lot of high school football, but I may correct me if I'm wrong, but Cave Spring does more shifting than any high school
you're
offense
right.
I've ever seen.
Haven't seen it all year. The last 2 years, actually. In the old Blue Ridge, Cave Spring does it. And they're very well taught, aren't
yeah,
they?
You can tell they're coached well. What they need to do, they do it. And they're not able to get much on this defense.
Bennett's going to retreat to the 50 or thereabout. The ball's going to go all the way back to about the 19 after the penalty. So 4th down, about a $20 taxi cab ride. A lot of green ahead of Cave Spring, so they're going to punt it away. And the most active player tonight for Cave Spring, their punter back out there. Goldsmith, 3 steps, heavy pressure, gets it out of there. High spiral. It's going to bounce at the 42. Shane's going to let it go and now just get away from it. It's going to die at the 32-yard line. That's an excellent kick. He's done that all night long.
I mean, and every time he's punted, there's been pressure in his face, too. I mean, Blacksburg is just barely missing a block.
So the Bruins now looking to slam the door. They're up 13-0. You have to consider, granted, if they can get this one in the end zone, the way that defense is playing, they're going to be looking pretty good to secure a win on homecoming.
Got a lot of momentum now, and I think offense got a little bit of confidence in themselves. Got over that first half. It was a little sluggish and sloppy, and operating pretty good right now.
32-yard line for the Blacksburg offense. Trips to the near side. Wheeler, Owen, and Reynolds. Bennett, sole setback. Let's see what Half does. That's a dangerous-looking formation if you're an opposing defense with Wheeler out there.
Going to run the bubble screen.
And here we go. It's Wheeler. What can he do? 35-40 near sideline. He breaks the tackle, falls ahead, still going across the 40 of Cave Spring, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Back at midfield. It's a gain of 18 yards, and it seems like to me that play's been there all night long.
That's a good little play. If you watch college football now, a lot of teams use that. It's you give it to that inside receiver, and you got two other guys out there in a trips formation, and they can block. They can go downfield and block. The ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, so they can get out there, get a couple lead blockers, and make one miss, and it can be a big play.
Sam's been averaging 20 yards of reception. He was 8 for 160 coming in and got 18 on that one. First down from midfield. Same formation now to the other side, the right side of the field. That's the wide side. Reynolds, Owen, Wheeler. They line up about a yard behind one another. The diagonal pattern. Half this time going to hand it off to Bennett. Here he goes. 40, 30. He's gone to the 20, 10, 5. His second touchdown. The senior Shane Bennett on homecoming. Oh, they crossed him up. Thought it was going to the right. They handed it off very quickly to the fullback. Bennett, nobody was home on the left side, and it's a 50-yard touchdown scamper.
That's a good call right there. They spreaded off the formation to the right. Ran a little quick hit dive play to Bennett right up the gut, and you get past the defensive line and you break one, and then there's no one else back there.
Now Matthews in to attempt the PAT. Remember the last snap was a little high. Smith got it down, but at that time there were Cave Spring folks all over. 19-0. Bennett 2 touchdown runs worth 128 yards. Snap high again, and the kick's no good again. So that's the second time we've had some miscommunication on the snap, but it's now 19-0. Blacksburg will come back for the kick when we return to Bill Brown Stadium after this on WFNR.
One day these rats were playing in the woods. Wanted some matches and that's no good. Yow! Don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Fire! For the gorgeous force is what you desire. Don't play with matches. Don't play with fire.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Fire! There's been so many things that's held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. No stopping, no stopping, no stopping, no stopping, no stopping, no stopping, no stopping.
All right, Marty, thank you very much. Here's the kick by Matthews. High, very deep. Going to be taken by Austin at the 5, to the 10, to the 15, 20. Got the sideline to the 30. Uh-oh. He's at the 40, 45, and the sideline's going to catch up with him. He runs out of bounds at about the 46, but a good return for Cave Spring, saying, you know what, we're not done yet in this game.
They got heart. They're not going to quit. That's That was a really good return. Blacksburg didn't do a really good job of getting down there, you know. It's like they kind of took that one off.
That's 19-0. You better be careful. 2 plays, 68 yards, capped by another Bennett run. He's ran for 78 and 50 yards. His touchdown scampers, and it's 19-0. Trouble, though, in the last 2 extra points. Missed them both. 4 receivers in the pattern. Curry, the sole setback. As Horan now has a 46-yard field. Cave Spring down, 19-0. Here's the snap, 3-step drop. Horan's got a lot of receivers out there, and he threw it too far out of the reach on the slant again. Intended this time for the guy who's had the most success with that, Sam Cole. 2nd down and 10.
Let him a little too far on that one.
Coach Phipps out there talking to his secondary. In Blacksburg, do they have that killer instinct? We mentioned Cave Spring had trouble with their offense a year ago, scoring just 59 points over a 10-game span. They were winless. That was in the Western Valley District. 4-1 coming in tonight's action, but they're in the meat of their schedule now. River Ridge District won't get any easier for them. 2 receivers to the left. Out of the eye they will work. 2nd down and 10. They need a lot of points. In a hurry. 3-step drop by Horan. He's flushed out, wants to turn it up. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 48. Bakari. Alan Price was there along with Robert Frederick. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 coming up.
They're going to try to throw the ball a little bit now. I mean, they have to, but can't get any protection. Passing game's not going to be too successful.
Lasky handling Hidden Valley 27-0. That's where we will be next Friday up in Dublin. Blacksburg, Pulaski County. A year ago, Blacksburg shut out the Cougars. A timeout on the field. So tell you what, Brian, let's go ahead and take one as well. Blacksburg wants to talk some things over. Back with more from Bill Brown Stadium after this on WFNO.
This is the story about a group of kids who volunteered.
Doing something nice for someone.
We fixed stuff.
Did some art projects with the kids.
We fixed up his house.
We worked in the woods.
Cleaned up the park. Did something for the planet. We just did it.
No other reason.
And you know what? It was great.
At first, they didn't know each other.
Well, that didn't last long.
This guy is really funny.
These are my
new friends.
Are you into it?
Call 4-H or check out our website at areyouintoit.com.
I think it's irrelevant where you live or how many people live in your community. It's America. America's the target, not just New York. It's everywhere. And we all have to pitch in. It's time to get serious about preparation. The threat is very real. We know that. And there are some positive things that you can do to better prepare yourself and your family to deal with these problems.
Learn to protect yourself at ready.gov or call for a free brochure.
Rick Watson, Grant Knoll back with you. Like pulling teeth trying to get info from Brian Brubaker tonight. Just kidding, Brian. 3rd down and 12. 4 receivers in the pattern. They lost it high down the left side, and that was very close. Austin reached his hand out. I'm not sure he thought the ball was over his head, but he didn't look back until too late, and that was another pretty good throw by Horan. He had 3 blue jerseys there, but he put it in the perfect spot.
His outside shoulder where it needed to be. Receiver looked a little late, didn't get himself much of a chance to make a play on the ball.
Well, 19-0. The defense dominating for Blacksburg. 5:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. This was a scoreless game at halftime. And now Coach Fouts, sensing the urgency of this drive, thought he was going to go for it, but he's got a new punter out there. Now this is going to call a timeout. Chafin Scott was out there instead of Goldsmith. And I think Blacksburg was a little concerned about that formation, so they called another timeout, and they're going to talk it over again. We'll keep it here. 14-0, Blacksburg. Or check that, 19-0 Blacksburg. You mentioned the college games. How about Minnesota?
Yeah.
Little Brown Jug, huh? They want that badly.
I'd like to see a little bit more of them. I haven't got a chance to watch them play that much. I'll tell you who impressed me last night was Colorado State's quarterback. Bradley Van Pelt, man.
Bradley Van Pelt. I hope he has a future in the NFL. He's my kind of player.
He'll be in a camp somewhere in the future.
Yeah.
Sixth active double-A coaches.
As we mentioned in the pregame, if Coach Chris gets this win, it'll be his 200th, and it's something you can ask him afterwards. Now, he'll tell you he hasn't won 200 games, I guarantee you. He'll try to explain that, but be the 6th amongst the active double-A coaches in the state. Thanks to Martin Jansen's there for passing out a little bit of info along. I didn't know he's the 6th ranked coach. That's pretty good. All right, here we go. 4th down, and now the punting formation. Different kicker, though. Interesting. Back at his 37-yard line. Good snap. They're going to throw out of it. They're going to throw a fake, and wide open out here is Overstreet. He's got it, first down. 30, 25, 20, cuts it back, 15. Ball is knocked away, it's fumbled. Blacksburg was there. Let's see who got it. Oh, my goodness gracious. The Bruins have it at the 14-yard line. Even after the timeout, they ran the fake punt. They had a new player back there. I mentioned it was Chafin Scott. He's the backup quarterback. They snapped it to him. And wide open was Overstreet. He caught it, had a first down going in maybe for a touchdown, and it was knocked away. I didn't get the number, but in any event, Blacksburg has it at the 14. What a bizarre play.
That was. I like, though, Cave Springs coaches, their attitude is like, well, they think we're going to fake it. But what the heck, we're going to go ahead and fake it anyways, you know?
And it worked.
It did work.
That was a beautiful call, but a better defensive play.
Fortunately for Blacksburg, he coughed it up.
So now the Bruins, 19-0 they lead, 5:05 to go. We'll see how Coach Chris plays it. Maybe try to shorten the game now, run some clock, or just stay aggressive and keep going with it. Receiver to each side of the field. I formation, Turley. And Wise has had a tough night. The tailback had 128-yard run, but he's had negative carries 5 different times.
Bringing the kitchen sink on that one.
And Half got clobbered as he threw it, intended for Owen, about 5 yards over his head down the far sideline. Just a little streak down the far side. And Half did good to get it out there considering the pressure that was in front of him.
They blitzed 3 linebackers, and it looked like they were man coverage outside, and that's where you want to go with the ball.
Shane Bennett broken it open tonight with 2 very long runs. Grant and I will be picking the famous Anthony's player of the game when this one's all done. I know somebody who's got the lead right now, huh?
Yeah.
For that player of the game. Matthews to the near side, Owen out to the right. I formation, Turley and Wise. 2nd down and 10 from the 14. They're going to bring those backers up again, and here they come, and they hand it off to the fullback Turley, and he stumbled as he received the football.
See, that quick trap's good against the blitz like that, because if you get passed up through that hole, and those backers have overran you. There's not much back there behind you to stop you. You know, if you can just bust that through.
I think Turley would have had a big gainer if he wouldn't have slipped up there. That's what you're talking about. He had a lot of greed in front of him. 3rd down and 7 for Blacksburg. See if they can move the sticks. 4.5 to go. 19-0 Bruins. 3rd quarter action from Bill Brown Stadium. I formation. House looking to throw. He drops back 5 steps. He's flush. He's looking to run, trying to get wide, and he won't do it. That's just great pursuit up the field. That's Sellers who put him down. They had 5 white jerseys around him. He's going to lose a couple and bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, Andrew Sellers made a great play of containing the quarterback there. Chased him down, sideline to sideline.
And also a bad play for Blacksburg because it stopped the clock. Unfortunately, Half couldn't stay in bounds, so Cave Springs going to get pretty good field position here. Sam Wheeler slowly walks back out onto the field to punt it away to Cave Springs. Sam doesn't look like he's into it much tonight.
No, he doesn't.
5-yard line. High snap, and it's blocked. He took too long. Cave Spring blocked it. They came after it, and again, their special teams turning the trick on the fake punt that worked until they fumbled. Now they block a kick, and they have it 1st and goal from the Blacksburg 6. But when you see all those white jerseys, you can't just take all that time on the punt. And I think that was something that was slow developing, and I don't think Sam recognized it.
No, I don't think he did either.
We're going to spot it at the 7, so it's 1st down and goal.
He looked like he was about 10 yards deep, though. It wasn't as, as 15 with 12 to 15 we should be.
So Cave Spring hanging in via the special teams.
They got an opportunity to get an easy 6 here.
I formation. Receiver to the near side is Bo Austin. They're going to hand it off. This is Overstreet, and he won't get much. Again, look at all those blue helmets. And now Sam's a little fired up.
Yeah.
He was in there along with Hurdle, Bennett, and Turley. No gain. Well, we'll give him a yard from the 7 to the 6. 2nd and goal. Blacksburg. We've seen this a lot. They get a big lead and they kind of get a little relaxed and take things for granted, and all of a sudden, like Lord Botetourt did,
get a little sloppy.
They come right after you. Botetourt down 28-0, made it 28-14, and had the ball back. Blacksburg finally put them away. High formation, Horan, three-step drop. There's the crossing route, and it's dropped across the way. The play that we thought we might see down here. Sam Cole, ball was a little low. Pretty good coverage on the ball.
Little low, but that's a good spot for a ball down. A quick slant into the end zone with tight coverage. You want to put it low, and the guy, wide receivers, just got to go down and get it.
Alan Reynolds on the coverage did a pretty good job. Right cornerback. 3rd down and goal from the 6. This would be a huge moral victory for Blacksburg. They can hold them out here. 19-0. Let's see what Coach Fouts comes up with. Needless to say, they're going to have to stop them 2 more downs. Spread in the field. Wide sides out to the left. Now they bring those 2 slot men along the line of scrimmage. With 2 tight ends and Overstreet in the backfield. 3rd and goal from the 6. Play action. Moran rolling out to the left, looking, throws it out in the flat. It is incomplete across the way. Cole was out there along with Curry. He was diving for it, was Cole. It's going to be 4th down and goal.
That's a good call, though. I mean, they're not getting much up the middle there. I mean, let the quarterback get out on the edge and see if he can make something happen.
This is a very impressive defensive stand right now for Blacksburg. 1st and goal from the 7 after the blocked punt. Now it's 4th and goal from the 6. They've only yielded a yard. Timeout, Blacksburg. We'll take it as well. Big 4th down play coming up. 19-0 Bruins. Back with more after this here on WFNR.
I wasn't going to school because I was making money stealing cars. Well, I was 10 when I first got involved with drugs. I skipped school because, nobody cared.
When I first got pregnant, school was not important to me, so I dropped out.
Well, if I don't finish school, then I can't go to college. I mean, that's the whole point of what I want to do with my life.
I still need to go to school to make it for myself.
I think I'm happier now. I know I'm happier now.
It's commonly found in the transverse segment of the colon with vascular congestion and smooth surface. Typically, the biopsy proved to be a tubulovillous adenoma.
It's a polyp! Why doesn't he just come right out and say it? It's a polyp.
Sir, do you mind?
Look at your textbook. Could I see that pointer?
We got one.
Stopping colon cancer is simple. Get the polyp early and stop colon cancer before it even starts.
Wait.
Just get the test.
I need the credits.
Get the polyp.
Attica! Oh, shut up!
Get the cure.
All right, welcome back. It's going to be 4th down and goal coming up. Rick Watson, Grant Knoll here with you. 3:11 to go. Oh, big play in this game, really, for both teams, Grant. I mean, the K-Spring offense, a chance to get back in it here. The special teams have done great the last 2 times. But the Blacksburg defense so far saying nope.
Not letting them in. This could be a big momentum turn if K-Springs could put it in right here. I mean, make it a two-scoring game.
3:11 to go, 4th down and 6. Wide side of the field to the left. That's where Cole's matched up against Reynolds. Wouldn't be surprised to see that slant play. Let's see. Austin to the near side. I formation. Moran drops. Here's the slant. He's looking for it. He's got it, and it's knocked away by Reynolds at the last second. Well, we caught it. They isolated Cole and Reynolds, and boy, Allen made a nice adjustment to get a hand in there at the last second to knock it away.
Great defensive play right there by Reynolds. Was on the guy's back. Ball came, stuck his hand out, and knocked it away.
So the Bruins hold. 1st and goal at the 7, and Blacksburg now creates another offensive possession for itself. Very impressive. Dave Half trots back out onto the field. 19-0 Bruins. Some late substitutions here for Blacksburg, but they get it done. Running out late, I think that was Courtney Myers, 5'11 senior. 2 tight ends set, a tight eye formation. Wise as your tailback, Owen out to the right, and House going to keep it. Design quarterback keeper, he breaks away, here he goes, near sideline. Guess what? He's going to run 94 yards. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. There's nobody within 10 yards of him. Touchdown, Bruins. 25-0. He got bottled up at the line. Nobody wrapped him up. He just bounced it outside, and there was nobody containing on the near sideline.
He busted one. And, I like the call down there. You've got an athletic quarterback that can run the ball, and you kind of got your back to the wall down there, and you run a quarterback sneak to buy yourself a little yardage. It was a good call, but I'm sure they didn't expect that out of it,
How about the big play tonight? runs of 47, 78, and 50. And it's now 25-0 as they try another extra point. The last two have been unsuccessful.
That was 94 yards there.
94 to add to the other 3. Snap this time is better. Matthews puts his toe through it, and the kick is good. 26-0, just like that. This is a scoreless game at halftime. 4 huge runs by the Blacksburg offense. And it's now going to be very tough for Cave Spring. You go from first and goal from the 7 if you're Cave Spring. You don't get it in. Then the first play after that, Half gets bottled up, bounces it outside, and he was gone once he got the sideline.
I think Cave Spring's getting a little worn down now. I think they're a little tired.
Ran a 94-yard quarterback sneak.
Look at the time of these possessions. 10 seconds, minute 4, 21 seconds, 17 seconds. Those are killers. Wow. Minute, 128 yards, his 2 touchdowns. Uh-oh, this is math. It looks like about, 141 yards for the 2 for Hal. That's not bad. Not bad at all.
4 big plays that, changed the momentum of this ball game and got some life into the Blacksburg team and the crowd.
A 26-point third quarter for the Bruins. And still 2:49 to play. Dave Howe has to be a little bit tired after that run. He's over here now talking to some of the homecoming folks. Very emotional play. You talk about a team leader. Again, this young man sacrificed a lot. Whatever the team's needed his whole career, he said, that's why I'm out here.
Yep. It's the kind of guy you want leading the football team, too.
Now Matthews, another fine kick, high and deep, returnable though. Austin retreats to the 3, to the 10, to the 15. Sidesteps the defender at the 22, but he's going to be wrapped up and down there. Look at that, 5'6" blue jerkins there. Led on the play, I believe, out there was Alan Reynolds. Yep.
Good pursuit there. That's the best one all night, I think. Kickoff-wise, kickoff coverage.
Well, 2:41 to go. The big plays and the Blacksburg defense have been what's gotten them tonight, and very impressive. Dave House now had 3 consecutive outstanding offensive games. 2 on the ground and last week through the air. Has to concern opposing coaches because he can hurt you both ways. We talked about it in the pregame, but he's lived up to the billing.
Yep, sure has.
So now the young sophomore quarterback, Horan, brings his team out in the spread offense down by 26. And they're going to hand it off to Overstreet, try to get him going. And he's going to make a nifty little run across the 27-yard line. He's going to pick up 4 on first down. He's tackled by Price on the play, but Curry as well. 2nd down and 6.
The only trouble that I may see is, you get down the line, like you say, this district play against some really good opponents. If they shut him down, then if they shut Hal down, then they got to throw the ball a little bit. How good are they going to be doing that? Are they effective doing that? There's no doubt that with him running the ball, if they're able to do it, they're going to be effective. But if you're asked to throw, that could be their only concern they have right now. I'm not saying he can't throw. They just don't do enough of it.
2 receivers to the left, some movement at the line. No flags thrown. It's a toss to Overstreet, cuts back to 30. It's going to be dragged down to 31. About 2 yards shy of a first down. Reynolds in on the stop, along with Robert Herbal. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 as Neil Bakari was slow in getting up, and he's going to come out of the game. He gets up now with the help of Kevin Ball, but he's going to limp off, and that means Bennett Jansen's going to check in for Blacksburg. Minute 40 to go.
Mark Puchowski, physical therapist there. He was my PT when I went through all my rehab when I hurt my knee.
Pretty good man.
Yeah, really good man. Got me ready to go.
He'll come down now and work with, they're stretching out. That is like a cramp.
Calf, probably calf cramp.
Those are the worst ones too.
Yeah, those cramps are bad.
Hate those calf cramps. Offset I formation. Hand off to Curry, the fullback, and he didn't get there. Needed to, got stopped at the line of scrimmage. That was Turley, who just grabbed him and slung him down. Joe Turley, small in stature though, huge in heart and toughness, and it's 4th down and another punting situation.
Their punter's been busy tonight, wouldn't you say?
Yes, he has. Well, now we know if it's not Goldsmith that they're going to try a fake, right? I mean, they put the other kid back there. That was Chafin Scott. And they completed the fake. Well, he's back out there now. 4th down and 2 at the 32. And they're taking their time. 35 seconds to go. I don't know if they can get this play off. Now they've got to burn a timeout. They're going to have just one left with 32 ticks remaining. They had all sorts of personnel problems, but I don't know if you try a fake down here. This deep in your own territory. But with our end of the quarter break coming up, we'll just keep it here. We'll get a scoreboard update from Marty Gordon. Plus, we'll get updates on the college games going tonight. 2 games going tonight. The big one is the Little Brown Jug in Minnesota. So far, the Gophers handling the Wolverines 14-0. Cubs were ahead 2-1 in the 3rd. Don't forget, you can see a replay of this game coming up on WTOB Channel 2, Mondays at 7. They replay every home game at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesdays.
Rick, it looks like the cheerleaders here throwing T-shirts out. You try to get their attention.
I was going to say.
Think they can get it up here?
Those are pretty nice. We should get some complimentary T-shirts.
Yeah.
What do you think? Up here, too? If they get it up here, I'm diving.
If one of them can make it up here, she needs to suit up next week.
Well, yeah. Put the jersey on. There's the snap. They are going to kick it. It's a very nice kick, high and deep, and Bennett's going to get away from it. It's going to roll inside, take a cave spring roll inside the 21 to about the 20-yard line. 21 seconds to go. We'll have one snap here, probably a running play, and that'll win in the 3rd quarter. 26-0, Blacksburg.
Change the quarterback,
yep.
looks like.
Daniel Smith going to come back out now. And I think Dave House earned some time off.
Probably.
Smith's the future at this position next year.
Probably asked for it after those
Well, he
runs.
needs a breather. Smith's a junior QB. And he's a very good passer. Throws the football very well. Backfield, Chappell the fullback, and Wise. They'll be lined up in the aisle. 1st down from the 30-yard line. Here's the snap. Wise going to run straight ahead and pick up a tough 4 yards before he goes down on the play. I believe that was Drew Nichols who brought him down. That's going to do it for our 3rd quarter. What a 3rd quarter it was for Blacksburg. We were scoreless at halftime. Now it's 26-0. Yes, they did, as we kind of figured they would after what Coach Chris said going into the locker room. He wasn't very happy. We'll take a break. We'll come back for the beginning of the 4th quarter after this. You're in tune for Blacksburg football here on WS.
I'm principal of a new kind of public school. It's open up to 15 hours a day, year-round. It has loads of academic, cultural, and recreational activities. We have medical and dental services right here. Our teachers have more time to teach. Our students are better prepared to learn. There's just one problem. We can't get the kids to go home.
Find out how your public school can be more like this one. Call 1-877-LOVE-TO-LEARN.
I think you should wear a tie.
Dad, nobody wears ties to school.
Tie says you're serious. It'll make a good impression. And remember, you're there to study,
to learn, and to make something of myself. I got it.
Almost half of all UNCF students are the first in their family to go to college.
They have some great architecture classes.
Dad, I'm not really interested in architecture.
Well, keep your options open. And remember, no girls until
my work is done.
And I'd make sure that I got my lunch.
Dad, you're not going. I am.
I know.
Well, listen, we better get going. Don't want to be late the first day in.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're the first to go, you're going for a lot of people. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Welcome back to Bill Brown Stadium, 26-0. Rick Watson alongside Grant Knoll. We're ready to start the 4th quarter. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 yards. Ball just outside the 35-yard line for Blacksburg. And now going from left to right as we start the final frame here from Bill Brown Stadium. Chappell in the backfield along with Wise. Reynolds to the near side. So receiver, and it's going to be Wise over the left tackle. It's going to cut it back again. The field's a little slick. We were told that a little while ago, Grant. It's showing up as Wise may have had a big cutback gainer. Instead, it's just 2 yards.
Good cutback lane there. He read it correctly, just lost his footing.
Well, I'm the most disappointed I've been tonight. No T-shirts came our way.
No, they didn't make it up here. I don't know if I could get one up here.
I was going to say, they got this nice little, they got the Bruins' new logo on there, big old Bruin bear. I want one of those. I'll work that out for us next week. 3rd down and 3 from about the 36-yard line. If anybody's listening, make sure that we get a couple comp T-shirts for the station. Smith on the run, throws behind Owen. He was flushed out. Curry was in on. He was going to bring up a 4th down for Blacksburg in a punting situation. Game well in hand now, 26-0.
A little short there. Ran a little quick out.
Well, have you had fun? Your first
man.
game?
It's
been a lot of fun.
It's good to get back out here. It's Friday night lights. Nothing like it, man. I miss them. These are the good old days. Not to discourage anyone that has any further aspirations. Right. It's fun there, too. Just a little different.
Oh, yeah. Cave Springs coming after this kick. No, then they fell out of it, setting up a return. Sam kicks a knuckleball. That thing didn't move at all. And it's going to bounce at the 30 and be down at the 28-yard line as Austin just backed away from it. So now Cave Spring, moral victory number 1, just get a first down. Try to get those zeros off the scoreboard. Down 26-0 as, again, the Blacksburg defense will trot out trying to maintain this shutout here tonight from Bill Brown Stadium. First district game in the River Ridge for both clubs. Tech, Syracuse tomorrow, some big games. Oklahoma and Texas, the Red River Shootout. Florida State, Miami, my goodness. Wisconsin, Ohio State.
Good
my beloved UCLA
football.
Bruins at Arizona. That's the big game, baby. UCLA at Arizona. What's the spread on that?
UCLA at Arizona.
Yeah, that's the big one for me.
I think it made UCLA -2.
Probably right.
No, it's probably a little better than that.
Receiver to each side. Tight eye formation. Moran, 3-step drop, looking to throw. He's going to be wrapped up and thrown to the turf out there. What a play by Jared Walters, just a junior. 5'11", 165. He honed in on the quarterback and wouldn't let him go, and the sack's going to lose about 6 yards.
Came off the edge there. Blitz, but you know what I noticed there? The young quarterback, he's a sophomore. He had pressure, and what was the first thing he did when he felt pressure going down? He put 2 hands on the ball to protect it.
Good-looking player. He won't have the numbers to back that up tonight, but he does a lot of the little things that you just can't really teach.
He's young. I mean, you think of with a year under his belt as a sophomore. Once he's next year and then senior year, be even better.
Play officially lost 4 yards, back to the 25. 2 receivers to the right. And the ball's fumbled this time, but the young quarterback falls on it. Loss of a couple more as he's covered up by Frederick and Janssens. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 16 as Cave Springs offense has sputtered all night long.
Center exchange there wasn't too smooth.
Talked with Coach Phipps a lot this week, and he's very pleased with this defense and how they've played. And they execute very well.
Is the play clock running? Quarterback's over there on the sideline getting the play.
He's over there. Yeah, he did.
They're in the huddle now.
Well, you think in the 4th quarter he's going to be tired enough, much less having to run all the way over and get the play and come back.
I don't think they're going to get this one off.
It's taking a lot of time.
Yeah, they'll be lucky to get this one off.
Of course, with the score the way it is, sometimes the officials just let it go. Wave it off and let them snap it. The 3rd down and 16. Yeah, they took too much time, but they're not going to call it. That's obviously way too much time. Here's a
minute play clock screen.
Throwback screen.
First one we've seen all night.
Good call. Overstreet's going to pick up some yardage, but not enough to move the sticks as he carries to the 33-yard line. He got 9 yards on the play, but it's going to be 4th down and a full 7. So pretty good call, though, on 3rd down and long for Coach Fouts as Blacksburg holds yet again. Don't you love the screen when it's set up beautifully? It's one of the prettiest plays in football. Get those guys out in front.
My favorite pass was the shovel pass.
Did you like the shovel pass?
Yeah.
Well, you get all the big stats. You don't have to do very much, right?
Just shovel it
1
forward.
yard.
When it goes for a touchdown, that's even better.
Chafin Scott in to punt it again. I wonder what happened with Goldsmith. Hasn't been back out there since the fake. It's a high snap. It's over Scott's head. Blacksburg coming after it. Scott's going to pick it up, and now he's just going to throw it down the field, and it's going to be caught by Reynolds. That's a sucker. Wow.
Got to be a flag. He got men downfield.
Yeah, men downfield, and Scott you know what? I guess considering the way it turned out, he saved himself about 25 yards by throwing it out there.
He had the right idea. Just needed to use his foot.
Blacksburg didn't come after it, really. If they would have had the football inside the 10. But legal men downfield, you decline this and, of course, take the football where it is. What a smart play by Reynolds to come back and catch the pass attempt. So we've been talking about the K-Spring special teams. That time, not a good play. And Blacksburg's going to have it at the 27 with 8:28 to go. As Daniel Smith will come back out, and looks like we might see Andrew Collins in the backfield for the first time. Number 28, wearing the home royal blue. So decline that penalty and have yourself a 27-yard field from which to work and maybe get another touchdown here to send homecoming out with a bang. Looks like Blacksburg's going to go to 5-1. More importantly, though, they're 1-0 in the River Ridge. Again, one loss, you lose this district, you're not going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's an important thing right there.
And that's the only number that matters is 1-0.
Get it out of the way.
Reynolds to the left, Owen to the right. Pulaski County's winning big, of course. Hidden Valley, that's the game next week. Huge game for Blacksburg up at Dublin. Chapel, sole setback. He takes the handoff from Smith and won't find much, maybe a yard to about the 25. Tackle was made. Combining to make the stop was Matt Davis and Tommy Burgess for K-Spring. Now Coach Chris will get some more kids into this game, and I doubt you'll see them try to throw it again, just try to shorten the game, get that clock run out. Slow start for the offense. The defense dominated, and then the 26-point third quarter kind of put this one away for the Bruins.
Came along in the second half. Whatever they said to him at halftime, it worked.
Rand will go down to talk with Coach Chris. Here's a draw play. Look at Collins. He's got a hole inside the 20 to about the 19, 2 yards shy of a first down. He's going to pick up 7. Third down and 2 forthcoming for the K-Spring offense, as it was Drew Nichols making the stop for the Knights. And an injured Knight player at the 17. You hate to see that, especially at this stage of the game. Kids are getting tired. K-Spring kids have played very hard, though.
Yeah, they have. They haven't. Their motors have been going from the get-go. They came in here a little undersized and tried to make up for that with their quickness. And there for a while, you know, the first half, they were in this ball game. And second half, though, they just, you know, Blacksburg came out and played really well. And 4 big runs help you out a little bit, you know.
Coach Faust's fears coming to fruition. You know, he told me, he said, Rick, this speed, I don't know. I don't know if we can do much with this speed. We'll try to do some things, but we have young, skilled players, and it might be tough. And sure enough, Blacksburg's defense, they're tough. They never stop, but, boy, they're so fast. And always well-positioned, something Coach Faust talked about. You're never going to find the Blacksburg defensive players out of position.
It looks like they contain outside, and then when you force them inside, the guys, linebackers, Wheeler inside, and, you know, they can stuff the run.
Injured player across the way was the man who made the tackle a moment ago. That was Nichols, and you hate to see that. Again, he's being carried off. That's not a good sign. Third down and 2 coming up for Blacksburg as the clock once again starts to tick. You're going to have Jared rolling out to the left to the near side. He's going to be Timmy Clemens. High formation, Chapel and Collins. It's a delay to Collins. He put it on the turf, and K-Spring has it. What is that? The third fumble recovery by K-Spring tonight at the 25-yard line. That's a tough break. A lot of fumbles this season for Blacksburg.
Yeah, you've had problems with keeping the ball off the ground. I mean, that's just something that they've got to take care of going into these district games, you know. And better offensive team, you know, that may have capitalized a little more than what K-Spring did tonight, you know.
So their offense will come back out. 7:24 to go. 26-0. Blacksburg. Coach Chris, 7:24 away from obtaining his 200th win. Grant will go down the field. I'm sure ask him about that. And I guarantee he'll say he hasn't won that many.
200 wins.
He argued with me this
week.
week.
That's an accomplishment.
He said he didn't win that many games.
Really?
Yeah. He says he doesn't think he's won that many.
He just lost count.
Yeah, I think so. Offset eye. They hand off to Overstreet, and here he goes. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. They finally broke one for their star senior tailback. All the way down to the 47-yard line of Blacksburg. So a nice run, 27, 28 yards. Best play of the night for their offense.
Good little run for him, but Shane Bennett had a really good pursuit angle there, and was able to knock him out of bounds, save a touchdown.
That kid really had a different jet on him, didn't he? I mean, he had a different speed once he got free and clear air.
Got the corner.
Yes, he did. It was like a car leading the draft at Talladega or something, man. He got out there in the open field, and he just turned it on, the Jets. And now we have what going on here? Stoppage in play. It's like the chains are tangled up across the way. That's the last thing we need.
Official timeout.
7:12 to go. The outcome no longer in doubt in this one. You don't want the stoppage in play because the chains are tied up. But that's what we have right now. Homecoming looks like it's going to be successful for Blacksburg.
They go to Pulaski next week.
Yeah, big one next week in Dublin.
How's Pulaski?
Pulaski's lost a couple, but they've lost to Fleming and EC Glass. So
two pretty good teams.
Two pretty darn good teams. And it's always tough in Dublin. Pulaski destroying Hidden Valley tonight. Last score we have is 27-0 in the second quarter. Here's Overstreet on the right side, breaks the tackle, looking to get outside again. He's got the 11 blue jersey chasing him out of bounds across the way. He's going to pick up a couple at about the 45-yard line.
Good pursuit, man. Couldn't get away from him, you know. Little counter action there, and couldn't quite get outside.
So Blacksburg looking at 5-1, but more importantly, as we mentioned, 1-0 in the River Ridge. Coach Chris, the first to tell you, you have to win your district. Playoff game number 1 is tonight, with 4 more to go. You win them all, you're in. You lose one and lose the district, you're not going anywhere. You can go 8-2 and not make the playoffs, and that's tough. Moran hands off to Overstreet. He's getting the ball a lot. Inside the 40 of Blacksburg to the 38, near a first down. About 7 on that play. It's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up with 6:48 to go. Inside of 7 minutes, line of scrimmage is going to be the 38.
Getting a little offense going here late in the game. There's still a good bit of Blacksburg starters out there too, I believe, but sure they know the games. Kind of out of reach by now.
Looks like the linebackers, starting linebackers are out there.
Yeah, the D line, the defensive line, a couple new faces.
Yeah, new defensive line. We'll name them off here. Nick Green is out there. Dwayne Link is out there. Brandon Chinnery. And also Matt Nipper. Defense jump. Somebody jumped.
I believe it's going to be in a neutral zone.
All right, so that'll be an automatic first down for Case Spring then. They needed 2 to move the sticks, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. 26-0, Blacksburg leads. Coming up on the post game, we'll run down all the scoring, get a final count, all the stats for you. We'll hear from Coach Chris, get a scoreboard update from Marty Gordon. And of course, next week, a big one. A huge one, if you will, at Pulaski County. Next week, one team may be eliminated from the River Ridge race. That's how crucial it is. Blacksburg shut out Pulaski, a great defensive game last year. Of course, last year here against Pulaski was the reunion game where all the alums came up, changing of the mascot from the Indian to the Bruin. It was a very emotional scene. Here's the slant play across the middle. Horan could not connect with Clay Kinder. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 34.
Good coverage again there. Ball's a little, led him a little too far.
Andrew Collins in on the coverage for Blacksburg. So new secondary. Sam Wheeler's out there. I believe everybody else. Sam and Shane Bennett, the only 2 players out there that started the game on defense for Blacksburg. Kevin Ball.
I think now you may want to get some of those starters out of there, just precautionary reasons, and you don't want to get anyone banged up for no reason. Shutouts nice, but it's not worth having that done.
Your corners now are Donovan Washington and Andrew Collins. Safety man, Jared Rowland. 2nd 10, Overstreet, straight up the middle, not much room. Maybe a yard. It was Bennett there. Chinnery also in, along with Green, number 64. 3rd down and 9. 5:40 to go. Only blemish on Blacksburg's record, William Fleming. Ever since, they've run off now 3 consecutive wins. What they had to do, beating Botetourt, Northside on the road, Case Spring here at home. 3 of the last 4, though, away from Bill Brown Stadium. 5-man front now by Blacksburg for 3rd down and 9. I formation by Cave. Moran takes the snap, looking to throw far sideline. 1-on-1, got a man out there, and it's over the head of Alston, who'd gotten behind the secondary.
I believe we had a false start there, but didn't call it.
4th down and 9, forthcoming for Cave Spring. Pretty good throw again by Horan.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you overthrew him a little bit, but those throws like that, those takeoff routes, what you call it, they're streaks. Put it on the outside shoulder, and that cornerback's inside. And that's where that ball was.
Kenny Horan. Receiver to the right, Alston to the near side. That's going to be Clay Kinder. 4th down, and why not? In this situation of the game, down 26-0. They toss it to the right. Overstreet's looking to throw. Halfback pass. Nobody's open. Overstreet's still looking. Nice is going to fire it as far as he can down the field. And the ball's caught in the end zone. Are you kidding me? A touchdown. That's Bo Alston, who just kept working and getting open, and it's going to go for 33 yards and a touchdown for Cave Spring on a desperation throw by Overstreet.
It's a good throw, but the wide receiver never gave up on him. He kept fighting, and he made a good catch. So a 33-yard tailback option touchdown pass. We've seen just about everything. Yeah,
tonight.
that'll break the monotony a little bit.
4:59 left. And now it looks like Cave's going to go for 2. 26-6 is our score, so they do avert the shutout. On a play in which you didn't think had a chance. They wanted to throw it back, and Alston got bottled up at the line, just kept working. Overstreet had plenty of time, and now Cave Spring has to burn their last time out, deciding what they want to do to go for 2. That's their last one. We'll keep it here with the break coming up, but my goodness gracious. Strange things happen in this game, don't they?
Things like that happen, though, toward the end of the game. Team up kind of relaxes a little bit, the game's out of reach. And they sneak one in on you like that.
26-6 is our score.
I'm sure the defense coordinator's not too happy.
No, they hate it. Well defended.
They hate it when a shutout gets ruined.
Especially on a play like that, They drive it down the field, you're frustrated by it, but 4th down and 9. They bottled it up, and he still completed. Great play by Alston, and a good throw by Overstreet.
Yeah, it was.
Tell that's one they work on quite a bit during practice because it was well executed.
He had all day to throw it, too.
Did you ever have that much time?
Everyone fell back in coverage.
Did you ever have that much time over it, Zach? One play? That's about 12 seconds worth.
A couple times.
Yeah. Well, here we go. 2-point conversion time. Cave Spring brings the offense out. They're going to work out of the eye. Horan will bring them set. Then you'll see an onside kick, I'm sure. 26-6. They go for 2. Horan under center. Rolls to his right, looking, has a man out there. It's caught. Does he get his feet in? Nope, the ball was dropped. Nice diving effort across the way by Kinder, but 6 points on the board. We'll come back for the kick after this. You're in tune to Bruins football here on WFNR.
Second team, respond to male subject, difficulty breathing, chest pain.
Your neighbors helped save a life last night. Be a volunteer. You can help save a life. You provide the time, we'll provide the training. To learn more, call the Blacksburg Rescue Squad at 961-1189.
There is a better way to have fun with history. Visit americaslibrary.gov. Log on, play around, learn something.
26-6. Rick Watson, Grant Knoll back with you. 4:59 to go after a rapidly paced first half. Second half's kind of been the total opposite, hasn't it? Blacksburg a 26-point third quarter. Case Spring, the only point so far in the fourth. Let's see if they try an onside kick. Mark Bauman in. See if they do the shift. Looks like they're going to kick it straight up. It's one of those pooch kicks. It's high in the air, and it's going to hit and go out of bounds at about the 20. That'll be a penalty against Cave Spring. Overstreet hit Alston, 33-yard option pass, and 7 plays, 75-yard drive. Took 2:25 off the clock. Very impressive by Cave Spring.
Yeah, it was.
So now Blacksburg, a lot of new faces now, I'm sure. Going to have Grant Sims come out, a junior. Daniel Smith will be your quarterback. A lot of new faces. Chappell and Collins looks like it's going to be the backfield. Chance Linkus is out there, a junior. Split out to the left is going to be Brian Savage. He's a junior. So your receivers are Savage and Sims, and then look out of the I formation. And I'm sure that's going to run the football and try to run out this clock. Up by 20. There's a handoff to Collins. He can get going forward. Good play in the backfield. That was Chapin Scott. No gain. Second down and 10 from the 35.
It's good to get some of these younger guys in here now that don't get quite as much playing time as those other guys, and it's special.
Well, they did what they had to do. They took care of business homecoming, and that means they're going to set up that huge showdown. The emotions better be a little more high-strung next week up at Pulaski County, because the Cougars are already talking about that game last year, 20-0. Blacksburg here shut them down completely.
I'm sure they've had that date marked down for about a year.
Second down, they gave Collins a yard. Here's a toss to the far side, and Collins is cut down in the backfield. Did squirm ahead for maybe another yard at the last second. He dove before he fell down to the 37. Second down and 8. Case Spring getting nice pursuit from Josh Lemonson.
Did a good job getting out of that one. How he did it, I don't know.
Knights are going to go to 4-2, and it's going to be tough for them. They still have games. It's Salem, Pulaski County in this league, Hidden Valley to finish the season. Man, oh man, this doesn't get easy at all. Christiansburg.
Pretty competitive district.
Yes, it is, top to bottom. And before the Blue Ridge separated from the river, it was the toughest district in the state, without a doubt. There's a handoff. Chappell straight ahead to about the 40. It's going to get a couple. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 5. 3:20 to go, and Blacksburg's going to kick it back to the Knights. Not enough time for Cave Spring to really change the outcome, but again, tip your hat to those kids. They've played very hard, and they're very well coached under Ben Fowles.
Motors have been going for 4 quarters.
Reminds me a lot of Lord Botetourt, the way they finished the game here at Blacksburg. They were out of that game. They kept fighting. They were down 28-0 in the fourth, and they scored 20 fourth quarter points and lost 35-20, but you just felt like tip your hat to them for hanging in there. As Wheeler kicks a low line drive that's going to bounce at the 30 and goes sideways out of bounds at about the 31. 2:44 left. Cave Springs offense back out on the field, down by 20.
Aggressive here, you think, or?
Oh no, why not? I mean, they might just try to put together a nice drive, build for the next.
What do you have to
game.
lose?
Yeah, what do you have to lose at this point? They had their chance. It was 19-0. They had blocked a Blacksburg punt. First and goal at the 7. They picked up just a yard. And then the next play, Half was bunched up, broke it outside, and ran 94 yards for a touchdown. Amazing how quickly it
Quarterback
turned.
sneak, man. Best play in the playbook.
So out of the eye, they'll work. Let's see how Kenny Horan runs the offense here for Cave Spring with 2:44 left. They're going to hand it off to Overstreet. It's the second and third team Blacksburg defense, and he's going to pick up a couple to the 32. Isaac Jackson into the game for Blacksburg along that line. Chinnery made the stop that time, had some help across the way. And I don't have a number 70 on my roster for Blacksburg, but he was in on the tackle. Do you have a number 70 on your roster? I don't have one.
Sure.
Okay. Well, there we go. Second down and 8, 2-yard pickup. 2:10 to go.
Could be the secret weapon or something.
You can watch the replay of this game coming up on channel 2 WTOB Monday at 7 and again Wednesday at 3. Here's a pitch to the near side, Overstreet. Nope, check that. That is Will Osborne into the game. Ball came out late, and Blacksburg has it at the 25. If they give it to him, it'll say he's down. I'm not sure. Drumheller recovered it. He never made a motion. It is Blacksburg football. So the ball came out late. Osborne fighting for his life, and Drumheller recovered it, and that's going to be the final one here tonight.
Showed some really good speed there again. Just tracking them down.
Well, what do you think? You heard a lot about this Blacksburg defense, Grant. Did they look to the billing?
Yeah, they're pretty. I think they're a pretty good team. I think they're well coached. Execute their assignments really well. They're fast, physical. So it's gonna win them a lot of ball games.
Now the whistles blow again, and we have a stoppage in play. Grant's going to go ahead and head down and catch up with Coach Chris. Just some nice comments. 200th victory tonight for Dave Chris. I want to see how he responds when you bring that up. That'll be interesting. Argue with him. He loves that. Here's Chapel over left tackle, fighting ahead for about 3 yards to the 23-yard line. Blacksburg 5-1 overall, but again, more importantly, they're going to be 1-0 in the River Ridge District. You don't like to belabor that point, but it's all the coach is talking about is how important it is to win those district games, because it's really the only chance you had to make the postseason. And Coach Chris told his team we could go 9-1, lose the wrong game, be left out. We could go 5-5, win all 5 district games, and we're going to be one of the top seeds in the playoffs, and that's just the way it is. But Blacksburg here tonight is going to beat a very gritty, determined Cave Spring Club. Well, there's a toss. This is good. Byron Hurdle, quarterback from a year ago, drug down at about the 28-yard line. Danny Aiken made a nice play for Cave Spring. And 29 seconds. They may have to snap it one more time, and that's going to do it here tonight from Blacksburg. Let's see if they have to snap it one more time. I think they will. Yep, 18 seconds to go. Smith under center. Split out to the left side is Michael Rossi. Rolling to the near side. 8 seconds. And this will be the final snap of this football game here tonight from Bill Brown Stadium. It's Chapel up the middle. He's stacked up for about a yard gain, and that's going to do it. Our final score, Blacksburg 26, Cave Spring 6. We'll take a break, come back, begin our post-game coverage after this here on WFNR.